That looks great.
That's really good, yeah.
It's a centering prayer.
You're fine.
You're
all right.
The cameras were
fine as wine, having myself a big enriched time.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Hi, neighbors.
Pick up our loot. Alright. So.
Jeez.
Here we okay, well now I'm gonna cut that.
That came down hard.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Well, you guys want to play some D&D again?
Nah.
Alright, so we're back with some D&D.
I can actually use
episode
my character
3?
sheet now.
Is this episode 3?
Yes.
Yes. So episode 3 of the second arc, the second act of When We Were Evil. I like that you put Act 1, Act 2. I like that. Act 2 sounds better than Season 2. So, last we left off, as promised, Draxia sent one of you out to go get some awesome...
Steroids.
Basically super radiation steroids to aid you in the upcoming battles. And she promised something special for everyone. You also, on your travels, I think, found like a shotgun. A really cool shotgun. I think I named it the Mugger. Did I give you the card for that?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
I think it's in this. Either way, whatever. You're not going to need it. So, she sent only Alex, and she sent Alex to the city of Red 9, which is actually the place of his birth, where he is from.
It explains a lot, really.
Yes, it is. It is a shithole place. He is a shithole man.
Hey.
And it just kind of makes sense.
It's not very nice.
While there, he was sent only with the ideas of go and get a special something that was stolen by a terrible gang. The Trinot gang. He went there, met up with his criminal contact named Jelly Slimefeld, who is a failed comedian but pretty half-decent criminal, and apparently a vicious killer with the way of sucking people into pipes. He also came across a huge four-armed, muscled mutant by the name of Wishbone, so named for the fact that she has a move called Wishbone, where she wishbones people.
I thought it was a dog.
Also, she had a ghost dog named Wishbone. So, meeting these people and going across the city of Red 9, he was able to finally procure this special item, which was a serum that he, last minute, getting attacked in an armored vehicle, injected it into himself as sort of a last minute desperation. Well, thanks for folding them like that.
I didn't fold them like that.
And
I think you did.
as a result, it enhanced his body, made him stronger, more durable, and gave him the ability to withstand certain magics.
And prolong my performance in bed?
Well, you'll have to actually get laid to do that. Well, that's happened. You actually did that in the Elven City. So
before we destroyed it.
Before everyone that you... God, that's probably so loud. So, you arrived back, hurt, bloodied. You have the loudest dice in the world. They're all metal.
This is a microcosm of my daily existence.
ASMR.
I'm trying to be quiet,
You
too.
arrived. I know you arrived back
quiet.
in Draxia's.
I don't
Draxia's.
fucking want these. I don't know how many times to say it politely. I don't fucking want them.
You arrived back in Draxia's realm, bloodied, hurt, but overall okay. With this new serum pulsing through your veins that now kind of glow up. It's like green when you resist magic and such. And so she turned to you two. It was like, well, how do you feel?
Oh, fantastic.
He's glowing.
Was it worth the trip?
It was well worth the trip, and I loved being back home.
I know. I knew you were getting a little homesick, so I thought I'd send you there. Speaking of homes, I think you all lack one. Yes. Yes, no home to go to, no place to call your own. Look around at my humble abode. It's beautiful. And I guess so in that theme, we should try to give you a home.
Home is wherever I'm with you.
She claps and Esther is gone. As you stare, there's
I was
a flash of
actually
energy.
going to respond to her, and then you distracted me, and then I'm gone.
You go to speak, he goes, home is whenever I'm with you. You look at him, and you are gone. And she take that as the cue. Esther.
You didn't do your plug-in.
You do it at the end.
Oh. I thought that was supposed to
Right?
be in the beginning.
No.
So much for setting up the.
You can just
You
put it
can
in
just
the
put it in the
description.
thing. His music's fucking cool though. Check out Kevin MacLeod. All right,
Same
so
dude.
the what?
Same dude.
Same guy. Yeah. No, he has music for everything. You
Tax evasion.
stop it. You land. His music for tax evasion?
Yeah.
Can we please?
RSV.
I have the music. Can we please? All right. So, you and land, kind of catching yourself, sort of half expecting it after seeing what happened to Headhunter, and you land on solid earth. The soil beneath you resembles. It's like hardened dirt, but it's grayish. It almost looks like ash, but it isn't, like condensed ash. But it is very kind of dusty and silty. And with every step, it sort of kicks up small clouds. The land around you resembles some kind of forest, but the trees are warped and twisted in an unnatural way, and the sky is gray and black, with no stars, moon, or sun to speak of. Beyond the trees, you can see that you are surrounded by a large mountain ridge in a semicircular pattern, forming a kind of barrier between you and the rest of the world. Through the only opening offered by these dark cliffs, you can see miles away, but still pretty prominent, the twisted visage of the Lacuna tree. Then you notice. Among the branches of the trees around you, there sits hundreds of crows. They watch you in silence, almost judging you. The gaze of the murder follows you as you move, almost all in unison, as they seem confused by your presence, but attentive. And as you walk, you sort of take in the environment until your eyes meet with a strange sight. About 2 feet in length, and with eyes of pure white, a large crow sits. It's missing its left wing and has a terrible scar across its chest. It sits and stares at you, waiting.
It's white.
No, its eyes are white, and it's staring, but you can know it's looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's missing a left wing, has like this nasty, jagged scar on its chest. And it's massive. It's like twice the size. Normal crows, I think, grow to be like 1 foot. This thing's like twice the size of normal crows.
2 feet.
It's 2 whole feet.
Hello.
The crow perks up a little bit and turns its head towards the crest of a large hill. It speaks only one word. Worthy. 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 And looks at the hill. Worthy was the word, in case you can't hear me. And in case this music is blaring the shit out of the speakers.
It's about halfway.
Do you go to the hill, or do you ask anything else?
Yeah, I'll go to the hill.
Okay. As you crest the hill, you see before you a castle of massive proportions. Its walls towering 100 feet above the ashen soil. Beyond them, you can see twisted spires reaching up at least 1,000 feet into the bleak sky. Massive, unreal castle. The titanic structure stands before you. And as you stare at it, taking in the wonders of this sight, you begin to wonder. You begin to wonder why the air here smells so damn familiar. Why, as you walk, you almost remember the feel of the dirt beneath your boot. Your concentration is broken by what sounds like footsteps. I forgot if there was cameras here. Footsteps approaching from behind you, accompanied by soft crying. Coming up the road is a short, thin elven man. His skin, though not as stone gray as yours, is ghostly pale, and he has on pitch black leather and cloth armor. Pitch black leather and cloth armor. With a large spiked chain that's wrapped around his right arm, the other end of the chain dragging on the ground. You can see black hair shaved on the sides but long on top and covering one eye. The other eye is visible, with running mascara. His black lipsticked lips are quivering in between pained sobs. And as this man approaches, you can see the crows don't seem to pay him any mind. They all still watch you, including the one with white eyes. They all still notice you, though he passed right where you were walking.
Okay.
Glen?
Do I see him?
You do. You're coming up the road, distraught and hurt.
Am I supposed to read this or not yet? It doesn't matter.
You can read it if you want. You can read it in a minute. You already kind of get the idea. You are approaching the castle where you do believe the woman of your dreams resides. And sure enough, as you crest the hill, you see it. There is a man standing there, cloaked, and he looks like some sort of drow or something. But there's the castle. And there's a bunch of birds. But there's the castle, and that must be where she is.
Hey, man.
Hello.
I like your cloak.
Thank you.
I don't like many things. Except for one very important thing. Alright, man, I'm gonna go to that castle over there.
Okay.
The man begins to walk down towards the castle, still occasionally sighing to himself, rubbing his eyes, and like cursing the sky as he walks.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and look at him. I also don't have many friends.
Very well. Go on.
I want you to roll an Arcana check.
Okay. 14.
14. The chain that he is dragging, as you're like, what an odd man. The chain that he's dragging behind him is powerful. It is very powerful. And it is ancient. You're unsure of its origins.
He's just dragging a chain?
He's dragging this big spiked metal chain with seeming ease for his... Like I said, he's a little bit smaller than you. He's probably like a little bit shorter than you. And thin. And doesn't seem very athletic at all. But he kind of, as he moves, he's like, ah! And the chain, like, wow, almost like it weighs nothing to him. But you can see when he rests his arms, it's almost like... He walks with such weight, but you believe that might just be because he is such a sorrowful person.
Yeah, I recognize him as an elf.
No, he seems elven,
Okay.
but different. Not quite elven. And like I said, pale, but he's definitely not a drow. He doesn't have that stone gray that drows have. But that chain is interesting.
So is there like a bridge?
There's not really a bridge. It's sort of a plain that is in front of the castle, and there seems to be broken down what looks like sometimes like war wagons and things like this all out here, and they're all just like destroyed and old and disheveled. It looks like an old castle, where the front of it was almost an old battlefield.
Okay.
And he seems to be just walking straight through it to get to this castle.
I want to just start following him.
Okay. As you approach the massive 20-foot gates of this castle, you can see countless twisted metal spikes protruding from the walls and the gates and the gate itself. Some speared through humanoid skeletons that hang in tattered rags and armor. Birds circle high in the gray nothing, and you wonder if they are crows. And you begin to wonder, and your concentration is broken again by what sounds like the high-pitched, nasty voice of a child. And sure enough, you see one at the foot of the gates, sort of standing very upset and yelling at the gates itself.
A child.
Did you read your thing?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that there is a man behind those gates, and you know that he's not letting you in.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
He's approaching the gates from behind you. You don't even notice him right now. There's someone behind in the castle, and they're not letting you in.
Open, you big stupid dummy!
No!
Open now!
I can't let you in! You're not a Shadow Kai!
Can I just phase through it?
Yes, just before you do hear what sounds like footsteps behind you. But yes, absolutely. This house means nothing to you. You can fuck off through anything.
Because you put it on here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
it's called Out of My Way, and you can go through anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry, we'll get to that. You hear behind you footsteps, and you turn, and you see what looks to be a Shadar Kai accompanying some sort of other guy. A Shadar Kai are the people who live here in this terrible, shitty place. They are the people of the Shadowfell. Okay. And with him is some sort of elven man, but he's gray and ugly, so he's probably also a Shadar Kai. They both look really boring and lame, and they're not colorful at all, and it sucks. But they are both walking towards the gates as well.
Hey man, why are you yelling?
Because I want to get in.
Why do you want to get in here? It's so boring.
Well, why do you want to get in?
I'm sorry, as you approach this, you notice that she's not a little girl, she's a ghost of a little girl. You can see right through her. Yeah. I didn't know you were right there yet. I thought you were going to approach them. Yeah, as you get closer, you can see right through her, and she is just sort of bluish white, definitely a ghost child.
Far out, man.
So I'm assuming... I don't know what to assume, actually. What are we all doing here?
I'm trying to save my girl. Big Dick took her.
Big Dick took her?
Big Richard.
Big Richard.
He's got her chained up in there. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Why are you trying to get in here?
Why do you care?
Hey,
I just want to get in.
Well, is anybody answering you?
Yeah.
Hello? Are you gone? I think she's gone.
I'm not gone.
Damn it!
Open the gates.
Hey, who is that? Is that Glen out there? And you, Glen, you can recognize the voice. That is the voice of David, one of your fellow Shadar Kai. He was actually on a large expedition along with Big Richard to this castle. He was part of it was almost like a 100-man expedition here.
It's me, David.
What are you doing here, Glen?
I came to get my girl back.
Oh, shit, okay. Hold on, Glen. Alright, well, you can only come in if you got other Shadar Kai with you. Are the other two Shadar Kai?
Yes.
At this point, I want to disguise myself to look almost like him, but...
Okay, you disguise yourself to look exactly like him.
Whoa.
But the little ghost girl...
I want to use Conformist to make her look like us.
He uses his move Conformist, and as he looks to you and sadly waves his hand with the chain... You don't feel any different, but you guys both see a small Shadar Kai about the size of a child. No, it doesn't look like a ghost.
Okay.
If someone were to put their hand right through her, but as of right now, she just looks like a small Shadar Kai.
So I'm ugly now?
You look like them and it sucks, but you're also see-through most of the time, so who fucking cares?
I care.
Are they Shadar Kai with you?
Yes.
Alright, let me see. And the gates...
I hair flip.
Alright, man. Let's open it up. And the doors begin to open. It's not a very impressive map. It's actually very, empty. But this is a very dull and empty place.
Just like
Your
my
walls
soul.
fell down.
These walls are supposed to be down. They're big stairs. Ha
Did you take it a little personally last time that we didn't have stairs?
As the gates open, there is a draft of stale, cold air that wafts over you. The inside of the castle is just as impressive as the outside. Old and, well, not by my map, but, just pretend that it's impressive.
So not impressed.
Old and musty and littered with cobwebs, debris, and what appears to be a pile of ancient skeletons in the corner. But still impressive. The ceiling reaches 3 stories above you and is just barely illuminated by the torches lit in this room. There is some kind of design on the ceiling, but you can't quite make it out. The floor is flat, cold stone, and the walls are adorned with 1-foot-wide metal beams that stretch to the ceiling. In front of you is a very wide stone staircase that ascends to the 2nd floor. On the stairs stands approximately 10 young men, all Shadarkai, looking much like Glen. And behind them stands a Shadarkai in thick black armor, holding a large mace. He swings his mace that kind of has like a gargoyle knocker head on the end. You assume taken from probably the front door. And says, "Well, look, it looks like we have a few sheep to the flock. More followers for our wondrous way of life. Let us welcome them with open arms into my kind and forgiving embrace." And he opens his arms for a hug. Welcome to the group known as the Foyer Boys.
Or a straight up hug.
A straight up hug.
No, that's not allowed.
Yep.
Stop.
Yeah,
because
straight
I
up
don't
hug.
want her cover to be blown, so I'll scoot in front of her and...
Oh,
Wow, what a conformist.
he embraces you tightly,
Ew.
and you're like, huh? And he goes, "Oh, it's so good to see new followers, eager to follow the way of Devim. That is myself. Tell me, what brings you here, to the Foyer? Our land, our oasis in this terrible world."
I was deep in thought and meditation when I found myself on the gates.
Were you?
Yes?
Huh. You kind of were, actually. You're not really lying. You were sort of... And what brings you... Glen? Is that you?
Yeah.
Glen of the Eternal Gloom. What brings you here?
Big dick.
I'm...
Richard.
Oh, Richard! Big Richard. Ah, yes. Many people are fans of Big Richard. He is a fantastic man. The only person to ever beat me in song. Well...
Oh my god.
I assume that you would want to speak with him, yes?
No.
You don't want to speak with Big Richard.
I just want to see Karen.
Well, Karen's with him in the throne room. But you can't get to the throne room, not without the right keys. You need all of the keys to get to the throne room.
Where are the keys?
Why, hello, what is your name, small Shadarkai child that strangely looks like a grown Shadarkai person?
Are you making fun of me?
No,
Can't
I
believe he
assume
just
you were
made
once a
fun of her.
gnome, and now you've
That's
turned...
really rude.
I'm terribly
You're
sorry.
being real mean.
I don't mean to. I'm sorry to upset your child. Glen, is she yours?
Can't believe, man. Can't believe you.
I-
Thought you were welcoming.
Now you listen here. I will not be judged in my own place of worship. Isn't that right, boys? And the boys are all kind of just standing there, and you notice this is not what they were like. These people were not like this. First of all, Devim was like a pretty cool cleric. He was holy, but he was not like this. And his men that followed him were not his like choir boys. Well, or as he calls them, aren't they beautiful? My wonderful foyer boys, here in the foyer. Best room in this house, greatest room in this house, controls the main gates, can't get in, can't get out without us.
Don't drink the water or eat the food. Something's wrong with them.
Something's wrong with us? No, not at all. We came to this place seeking, well, we each saw something a little different, to be honest.
What is this place?
Hi, this is the Dusk Keep. It is it is forbidden.
This is
but-
boring.
Okay. Well, he asked a question and I was going to answer it, but if it's boring, then that's fine. Why not a song? Go ahead. Or you.
We're forbidden to sing here.
That's not even... You don't know the rules here. You just got here.
I know the rules.
The Raven Queen does forbid us from entering this place.
So why are you here?
Well, we thought that we could acquire power, knowledge.
So you went against the Raven Queen? So
We
lame.
did, but only for a short amount of time. Just enough time to attain this. I believed.
But you're still here.
I know, but I believed that if I was able to control the castle, that I could bring it to the Raven Queen. And prove myself worthy. I have to prove myself worthy.
By breaking her rules?
No, she will find me worthy. Listen. I don't appreciate what you're saying, and you're no longer welcome here.
I take all that back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now you're welcome here again.
His sincerity.
His tone does not change. Now, you wouldn't all three be trying to prove yourselves worthy, would you?
Sure.
Well, you can only prove yourself worthy by attaining my key. And the only way you're going to attain my key is if you beat me in song.
Where's your key?
I'm not telling you.
Guys,
You're ugly.
You're ugly. Isn't she ugly? Ugly. All 10 of the boys. Sing that you're ugly.
guys, I think I can beat him.
Yeah, you can
I
do it.
write my own stuff.
Oh, Glen, you're not going to... Okay. But you must sing it.
I'll sing it in my singing voice.
Well then, my boys shall judge you. Go ahead.
Karen, oh Karen, you betrayed my love, and to my dismay, I'll still love you. Until my final day.
It didn't rhyme. You guys both feel like, ooh, like his poem, as terrible as it was,
He's a bard.
he
He's a good
essentially healed whatever ailments you may have right
Oh,
now.
should I have a long rest
Am I
in between
alive
games?
again?
Oh yeah, you're good right now.
Not that I was done.
You're at full everything.
Did he bring
Keep
me
going.
back to life?
No, it hurt you a little. No, I'm kidding.
Brings him back to life. Alright.
What are you doing?
No, we're good. I just saw
Alright.
something highlighted.
He goes, "For you boys, yay or nay?" And they all, nay. You look over now, the Foyer boys look kind of sick and ill. Nay, they say.
And they're all normal Shadowfell looking? Like there's
Yes,
no-
the
nothing unique
Shadowfell-
about them?
You assume that this Shadowfell are the people of this realm.
Yeah.
How many
And
are
they
there?
all look the same, but he looks like, Drow and God. They all look sick and tired. Like, he looks sick and tired, but you can tell it's on purpose. It's with, like, makeup and stuff. These guys are
The
sick
look I'm going for.
and tired. The Devim
It's like you're
himself,
reading my
the
thoughts.
cleric in the black armor, looks like he hasn't slept in days. Not good enough, I'm afraid. Oh, would you care to sing? Try out your voice.
No. Are you going to be a good host and welcome us to some sort of reception?
I did. I gave you a hug.
I mean,
There's no reception needed. For the flock of Devim, you may take your place on the stairs. Move over, Gary. And you see one of them.
so that's what you do? You stand in the foyer? I mean, they are the foyer boys.
We are the foyer boys. We control the foyer. No one goes in or out without our say.
How many doors are... Like, this is the map?
This is it. There is nothing. This
Gotcha.
foyer
The
doesn't
stairs
lead
is...
anywhere else. The stairs is the only way back in further into the home.
Your game is rigged.
What game? Do you wish to become a part of my foyer boys or not?
Listen, I hate this place. It's ugly and boring, and I gotta go.
Well, then you can leave the castle.
No! And I'm gonna start wailing and just start crying.
You wail?
Yep.
Okay.
Cover my ears.
Music to my ears.
If
Yeah, he wants a song. I'll give him a song.
if you can go ahead and read what wail does.
Bethany screams to get her way. All creatures that hear this must succeed a DC 13 Constitution save, or they drop to 0 HP. And I can do this as many times as I want.
Jesus.
Go right ahead and roll your DC Constitution.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good. 8.
Okay.
Natural 20 plus 8.
Okay.
Wait, do you both succeed?
Bethany. No, he did not. Bethany wails. And she wails. And you realize, oh my god, this child is a fucking banshee. And as you back up, you're like, oh, and it hits you. And her scream shatters not only the sound around you and the air, but it quakes your very soul. It hurts not just your body, but what's like in there spiritually. And it just, and you see as all of the, foyer boys are done. And
You have tinnitus after this.
Devim and the foyer boys all, and they grab their hands to their ears. You see their eyes begin to bleed as she, like a child throwing a tantrum. They all drop. You, as you're standing there listening, you're like, wow, it's a pretty gear. And you hear his eyes go dark as he also hits the deck. Everybody is completely unconscious and dying.
Except for them two.
Except for you two.
She's already dead.
Yes. So you... And everybody has stopped being mean to you, and they're no longer standing in your way to go into the castle. But you don't have this key that this guy was talking about.
And he's down.
And one of your... Yeah, the only guy who knows these people is down.
Alright, I want to go over to him. And I want to... Get up! You have to get me... You have to help me get out! And
What's the move called?
I want to play.
Okay.
But I'm screaming this at him.
So she walks over, stomps over to the unconscious body of Glen, and as Glen lays there, the chain starts to move. And as the chain starts to move, you walk over, the chain kind of gets out of your way, and you see her go say, get up, and the voice is like, boom, boom, and he, and Glen, you've now woken back up with 5 HP.
Karen!
So you now have 5 health, which you could always build back up, but you are now awake with 5. And now you stand in a room full of dying foyer boys.
I mean, I could keep reading poems until I'm back to full HP.
Okay.
Yeah, take a breather. I want to...
That's how you gain health.
I could say you're just sitting there kind of writing them and like rehearsing them to yourself, and it's healing you progressively as we go. Instead of you sitting there literally reading off 10 poems. But when you have to heal them, you need to read.
Okay. I don't mean this to sound sensitive, but you're a banshee?
I'm a princess.
Princess? What's your name?
Bethany.
Bethany. My name is Gerard, and I don't know what I'm doing here myself, but...
Wait.
Yeah, Glen and Gerard, come on.
Oh, Jesus.
You made us in this
yeah,
novel.
I didn't foresee that, but okay.
Singer of MCR.
That's funny.
So, what are you looking for in the Dusk Cube?
I have to get out of this place.
So, do I get the intention or like the vibe that the foyer boys are like
The foyer boys.
magic?
Amanda, can you go grab out of my workbook bag? Can you grab my black notebook, please? Thank you. Yes, go on.
They're just humanoid like Glen is?
So they all have.
Because they're in the Dusk Keep, but like they're not
looked
ethereal or anything.
They're in. They're in the Dusk Keep. They're all flesh and blood people. They're all people.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the spiral?
Yeah, black spiral notebook. Some of them look like maybe they had mages kind of uniforms. Some of them look like they just had like armor and swords and such. But yeah, they seem to be just sort of people. They're not ghosts. They're not monsters. They're not anything like particularly out of the ordinary or strange. They just look a little different. They're like elves, but not quite, not 100%.
I want to move to the stairs.
This is the big castle, right?
Can you hand me that purple pen? Purple pencil. Thank you. This is the big ass castle. Yep,
Okay.
This is the castle you were going towards. So you go towards the stairs.
I want to do like a quick pat down of all of them. Like,
Okay.
is there anything worthwhile?
So you start checking all of the foyer boys. Between them, you're gonna probably find. I'm gonna say probably like 200 in gold.
Okay.
200 money in gold.
Okay.
Random miscellaneous like shitty weapons and things, and the mace with the big like gargoyle door knocker. And as you're like, oh, that looks fucking useful, you pick it up and the door knocker head falls off, and it's like it was bullshit. It looks like he had a mace and the head fell off and he put that on, but it wasn't actually a magic weapon. It just really looked.
It
like
just
one.
looked cool.
It just
like
looked
a stage
fucking
prop.
cool. Yeah, basically.
Um.
And you can see, as you're kind of checking them, they all kind of look like emaciated. They were sort of hungry and not not healthy. And you see that there's a lot of boxes and things around the area that are just completely empty. Like what they're used to have supplies in them.
I want to use my ring and open up the soul box containing locomotive Larry from above.
What?
the soul box that has Locomotive Larry. I want to open it from above.
You want to drop Locomotive Larry in here?
No, from the other way around. I want to push the bodies in with Locomotive Larry.
Oh, okay. So you're going to open the soul box that has Locomotive... Hold on a fucking second. Because I have to open up his stats, because Locomotive Larry has been in there for only about a day or two. So... he gets to...
Do you like how we do things that you don't ever plan to happen?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty fucking great. Okay, so, as you open up, he is going to make a dex save to try to get out. Not gonna make it. So you open it, and you hear, you're fucking dead! And as you drop, all of the bodies pile on, as he hits back, and you're like, and you shut it again. You guys witness as from the floor, suddenly the bodies begin to drop. You hear a voice, angry. You hear the clanging of metal and like the grunting of someone under duress, and all the bodies pile onto it, like fall into this pit.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
And with that, the thing shuts as you hear, I will escape from... And you... Boy, you are lucky. You are lucky I rolled a fucking 4. You are lucky. Because his ass would have been out there, would have been like the fucking
he wouldn't have
Minotaur in
me,
the maze coming after your ass.
He wouldn't have recognized me, though.
What do you mean he wouldn't have recognized
He's
you?
disguised
I'm
right
a
now.
Shadow Kai. I would have freed
That's a
him.
good point. He would have had to roll to see through it. It's not very bright. That's a good point. Okay.
I freed you, my friend. My trained friend. All
So,
right.
now here you stand in the foyer full of, now half of them are dead foyer boys as their life is draining from them. Some of them had shit themselves.
Most of them they're all gone. It's a now empty foyer.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. It is now an empty foyer as all of the foyer boys' rotting bodies are now within the cage. Oh boy, that man.
Can't wait to check in with that my little TV show in like a week or two.
You have a pet superhero. Okay, so where would you like to go from here? Oh, you also find, I'm sorry, as you were searching their bodies, on Davim, you did find a small twisted metal key.
Okay.
It looks like it has weird notches on it that don't look like they would go into a keyhole, but like they would connect to something else. So it looks like this is a part of something.
Almost like a bigger key.
Perhaps.
Okay. So I'll look at my teammates or not teammates, the traveling companions, and you guys want to go up these stairs?
Yes.
I'm already halfway up them.
Okay.
Oh, let's follow the princess.
So as you follow the princess, you follow up the stairs until you reach a split in a hallway. It reaches a hallway that just goes left to right. It is all made of that same cold stone slab. There doesn't seem to be much light anywhere. There are lights on the walls, like looks like there could be electric or some staunches or something like that, but it's all just dead. So it's very dark.
Like My Chemical Romance.
I do, because I'm playing the part.
It's pretty cool.
I can see
way?
Left
I
to
can
right.
see in the dark.
Oh, you can see in the dark? Okay.
But
Then everything
I should
appears
kind
kind
of
of
play along with
Can I
them
see
not
in
being
the
able
dark?
to, though.
You can definitely see in the dark because you're a banshee and you live here. Yeah,
My
I'm gonna
life
say you can
is
all.
darkness.
These two can see in the dark. You have like dim light vision, I think, or do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Fuck, you're a drow.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, never mind. You're all good. Well, that completely fucks the whole half of the challenge.
It's
All right.
dark, it's spooky. Who gives a fuck?
It's spooky, but all right. So left or right?
Let's go left.
Okay. You head left. You reach another corner. The wall comes and twists left. As you follow it around, you begin to walk. When suddenly you hear a like click. And you realize that you've just triggered something. I want you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
20.
20, excellent. You're able to hop back, pushing Glen back as well, as he was sort of lost in space. Like, whoa! And but Bethany is up ahead of you, and the floor drops out, and you can see what seems to be a bunch of spikes are down there, and there seems to be like a dead, recently dead body. Like just looks like one of the foyer boys who had tried to get out. is just skewed on a bunch of spikes, and Bethany is standing over the whole pit, just kind of standing there.
Well, man, you saved my life.
Don't mention it. How big is the pit?
I would rather have died.
It's probably like 6 feet that way, and from wall to wall. But you can see beyond it because you have dark vision. You can see that it just ends in a wall anyway. This was made to just be
Oh,
a
it was a
trap.
dead end? Yeah.
Yes, this is made to be
This
a
is
dead
the
end.
wrong way.
Let's go back the other way.
Okay.
Okay.
So you reach as you walk down the hall. You reach another split, left or right.
Wait. So we went
You go
right,
all the way
and
back.
then it's another split.
You go all the way back.
Okay.
Yep. And you were to go right. I'm only gonna catch you up to your newest choice. So your newest choice, left or right.
Let's do right, so we're towards the outside of the building.
Okay. To clarify, left goes down a long hallway. Right goes down a hallway that ends with a left turn.
Probably gonna be another trap. Let's do it anyway.
Okay. So you turn right. You see that when you turn the corner, sure enough, there's a door at the end of the other hallway. As you begin to carefully make your way through, roll all of you roll perception.
21.
21, 19. Fuck yeah.
What do I add to perception?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
You have your
16.
pluses for it. So as you guys make your way, you can see that as you walk, there is another one of those buttons on the floor, like the flat slab. One of them is raised, and you just kind of avoid it, go around it, and you reach a door, just a plain wooden door.
I wonder if I should step on the button anyway.
Don't. Glenn, you don't have to do that. We're here for
Karen,
Christy.
the only thing that matters
I knew her name was Karen, but I wanted to deliberately fuck it up.
in this world.
That was almost sing-songily. In this world.
I wanna.
You write that down. Yeah, it's good. It's
So
good.
is Karen a shadow car like us?
Is she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's the most beautiful shadow car you've ever seen.
I wanna
She's only the most beautiful
test the door.
shadow guard
Shadow
I've
Kai.
ever seen.
You go through the door, and as you do, it opens into... When you open it, there's another one of those cold drafts, and you are in a hallway where directly to your left there is a dead end, just solid stone wall. Straight in front of you there is a path that leads to stairs going down, and to the right it is another twist, another corner.
Do I see any traps or anything to the dead end?
No.
Alright, so let's start going.
Stairs or right?
Oh.
Stairs going
Oh.
down or to your right.
Oh, stairs go. I gotcha. Let's go right then.
Okay. As you go right,
Because I feel like plot points are going to be higher up. But
as you go right, you can see resting upon the wall. There seems to be another Shadar Kai, alive, sitting there, and just. You don't recognize him. Never met him.
I don't recognize him, nor have I ever met him.
He just seems lost.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you alright?
He must
The
not be
music
able to.
stopped.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Are you real?
Are you real?
Are we real?
You must be real. I don't have as creative an imagination to create a small ghost child. How did you find your way here?
Wait, do I look like a ghost?
Or is he
Oh no, you still look like a Shadar Kai. Never mind.
I want to walk through a wall.
You're not real. These illusions, they follow me. This place is not good. This
You're
is
still talking to your illusions.
Excuse me.
I am. And he takes out what looks to be a small revolver, and he starts clicking through it.
Stop. Now put it to your head. Now squeeze.
Cocks back the hammer, and he looks. And he blows his fucking brains out.
I'm gonna pick up the gun.
Why did you
You now have a gun!
I'm gonna put it to my head.
He puts it in. You do so. You do so. Do you pull the trigger?
Does anyone care?
I want to start feeling down the body.
I don't.
I thought someone would care.
It was a test. And you failed. So you drop the gun.
I don't want to drop the gun.
You start feeling, you start rummaging through him. He has nothing on him. Again, emaciated. He looks sick.
What the
He
hell
looks
happened
hungry.
here? Do you know?
The last you know is that Big Richard was going. He took Karen from you, kidnapped her, and went on this big trek to the castle, in an attempt to find glory, power, or whatever. He's such a greedy, greedy man.
The big dick took my girl.
Yes, Glenn. We've established that.
That's all I care about.
Okay.
So instead of pushing for information, you
Well,
did an
talked to man.
assisted suicide.
So-
Okay. Do you continue down this hallway?
Let's go.
You go past the now dead Shadar Kai, and as you approach another T like section
Didn't
to your
think
right,
you would do it.
to your right, you see a man just pacing back and forth. Another Shadar Kai just.
Want me to talk to him?
No. I
And
want
to your left, you just see hallway going further. It looks like it turns into another. There's like a turn here, and then further down the hall, another turn.
So the man that's pacing, is he like guarding or just frantic?
Looks a little frantic.
Okay. I want to approach him.
Okay. As you approach him, you can hear him muttering to himself. Nice. And as you get closer, you definitely can hear the words "worthy, worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy." Hello. And you can see he has his hand on a sword.
You're okay. We're not here. We're not a threat. We're as confused as
That's
you
what he
are.
said. And he points, and then you see another dead Shadar Kai with like his guts like.
Well, we
Just
outnumber you.
hallucinations.
You're not hallucinations. I'm not fucking stupid.
Mister, how do I get home?
You want to get out?
I want to go home.
Did you find the foyer, boys? That's the only way the fuck out. Because I've been trying to get out, and I can't even find the foyer anymore.
We eliminated the foyer boys.
You killed him?
Yeah.
Good. So the front gates are open? How do I get there?
We should have kept track of where.
How do I
we
get
came
there?
From. How are we gonna
Do you know how to
out
get
of
there?
here?
Because now that you're here, where I am, and if you're where I am, you're fucked. And you're in the middle of nowhere. Alright? This place, okay? You're fucked.
You just gotta make two left, going straight back. Don't
Was that to
hit
the
the
pit?
button.
Tried it.
No, you
I
didn't.
tried it. I've written. I've drawn maps. I have look, and he pulls up his shirt, and you can see he's actually carving into himself like directions and like the like
That's
What's
pretty
this, like, the
neat.
key?
used. That's he must know about inner pain, and he has these like gridded sort of. You can tell it's corners, it's hallways, and it's just I could draw on him. He could be my map, and he goes and starts tearing off the man's clothes. The other dead Shadar Kai, folding him over onto his back.
I like him.
What's your name?
Gian. My name is Gian.
Glenn, Gerard, and Gleon.
Gian.
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 Okay? It's Gian. I'm gonna write that down now.
Princess Bethany.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Do you guys have any food?
Do I have food?
I want to stick my
Do I
hand in
have
my
food?
tum and see if there's any food in there.
No.
No, there's no food.
No, you probably wouldn't. Besides maybe just some rations.
No.
Probably not.
Okay. I could eat them too.
We could eat him.
I could eat them. I gotta find a fucking kitchen.
You don't need a kitchen to eat.
There's something that way, and he points. As you're looking at him further down the hallway, it turns to the right. There's something that way. I know there's something that way.
Something like...
Why didn't you go? that
Something
way?
good. Because I tried, and it won't let me. I don't think I'm worthy.
You're not worthy. I understand. Thank you, Gian.
It
I will walk
spirals and
past him.
it spirals and it spirals, and as you kind of walk past, not worthy.
This place
Maybe
is
if I
almost
go-
like feelings, you know? You just keep going straight, left, right, and it's dark, and you get lost in it.
I keep Keep it forward.
You take 1 point of soul damage listening to it as you drag it. And remember, and again you go, oh, that's good, and you write that down again. As you guys continue, the hallway hooks to the right. You continue, and it hooks to the right again. You continue, it hooks to the right again.
I feel like we're going in circles, man.
You continue, and it hooks to the right again. And as you turn to your final right, you can see a chest.
Don't open it, man.
What's the deal with that chain?
It's a symbol for my love and disparity.
Disparity.
It also kills things.
Test the box for traps.
I want to whip my chain at it.
Okay. You whip your chain at it, and it fucking explodes the box as you just boom as the chain seems when again he whips it with ease, but the weight of it, it's like wow, and it kind of explodes the box as he's just sort of standing there as the dust sort of clouds like he just doesn't even fucking, and he just kind of pulls it back. It's just like
Thanks. I want to see what's in the rubbish.
okay. So as you approach, you find inside of it what appears to be small spectacles, but they have a strange, like, sort of shine to them. You can tell they're definitely magical.
Alright, I'm gonna pocket them, and that's it.
It's yours.
Thank you. No.
Okay, so you pocket these glasses.
So I wanted to read it too.
Yeah, you read it.
Okay.
So you pocket these glasses. And that is it. That was what this hallway was.
No, let's go backwards.
Wonderful.
I think it's pretty cool.
They're glasses.
But they give,
You can see in the dark.
they give you like a little bonus. It's like
okay.
pluses to
I
intelligence.
thought it was
and...
a gag item. Like, I thought they were just glasses. You could see up to a
No,
foot. I'm like...
Well,
yeah.
within a foot, you have a +1 to...
Gotcha.
You know, so if you are
No, the
inspecting
plus is
something...
cool, but I thought it was just like you can see better with glasses. Thanks.
Things are clearer now. Okay.
Slightly.
So that's all that this was a spiral to this treasure chest.
Well, let's cycle back.
So you start cycling back. As you approach back and start walking back towards the man, you come to an intersection you have not seen yet before.
Do you know what I call this
You
chain?
followed the exact same hallway, but you are now led somewhere else.
What do you call the chain?
The chain of sorrow.
What directions are available to us?
Left, right, front, and back. Back, you turn around and it is no longer the hooked hallway, it is now a long hallway. This place is changing around you.
Man, I think the place is changing around us.
It's super annoying.
This is super annoying.
So you have forward and to the right, you have straight to the right, you have straight to the left, and you have straight behind you. When you look straight behind you, you see a man in the hallway doing this.
A human?
He's pretty far down. No, Shadark High. Looks like another part of this adventuring party.
Hello there. Oh. I want to start approaching.
You approach. He has a shield and a sword.
What are you doing here?
Clang!
What are you doing?
Clang!
What are you
Clang!
doing?
We must get
I
through.
wanna...
Clang!
I want to cast Incinerate. No, wait. This is something better.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate? That is a high level spell!
Yes, it is.
Okay, roll your damage. Do I
Okay.
roll anything to resist?
Yeah, old standby, immolation, but at 5th level.
Do I roll anything
You
to
can
resist?
roll dexterity save of 17.
Nope.
Oh boy.
You got a 15. I think Shadow Kai do have stats, but I don't care enough to actually look them up.
My AC is 15, if that helps. Like, you can
Nah,
probably use my
I'm gonna, I like to make the villains a little shitty.
10,
I like that.
26,
Forgot to tell you how much I like the combat last game.
29.
I think I'm okay.
29.
29. So he clang and you and just and he clang and falls apart And that pisses you off even more.
Yeah.
You're like, not even satisfied, not even happy about it, and his body continues to burn. The fire does not spread in this place.
Does he have keys? In his
So if it
pocket?
kills him, he turns to ash.
He is a pile of smoking ashes. All that's left is his sword and his shield.
You want a sword and shield?
They look pretty chipped and shitty as he had been banging the shit out of them for
How big are they?
Too big for you.
Too big.
Just like big dick.
Ladies don't wear swords and shields.
Stop assuming.
He's a princess child.
I'm a princess too.
I don't see you with a sword or shield.
I want to keep moving past the body.
Okay. You continue to move past the body. And in front of you is another wooden door. It looks the exact same as the last one that you walked through.
Kick it open.
You kick it open.
Snakes.
Did you change the music?
Yes, he did,
Yes.
because I saw Alexa turn
You
white.
kick it open, and now as you kick it open, you see a long, thin hallway. And you see that there are just bodies in this hallway. And it looks like they had all been fighting each other. Scratches in the walls, and through the combat as you walk, you can see their traps were triggered.
This is
and-
like Willy Wonka, only with dead bodies.
And all the way at the end of this hallway, you can see there's another chest. The bodies stop a little while before the chest. Looks like maybe they were fighting to try to get to it.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
You do see amongst a couple of them some broken arrows, and you see that one of them laying there has carved in his forehead, "Worthy."
You gonna say something?
No. Do you want me to sing a poem or something?
No. I want to start. Can I dismiss your disguise?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
So now you look like yourself. Yeah. You can look like a banshee again if you want.
I guess we're not conformists
I would prefer
anymore.
that.
Okay.
We're-
So you don't want to look like this dumbass anymore. So she looks at you and purposefully gets rid of it.
We're non-conformists now.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty cool. I like you guys.
I want to get low towards the ground and start moving forward.
So you start getting low.
Really
to
just
the ground.
crouch, not like spider crawling across the floor.
Just being a careful. Yep. I want you to roll investigation.
20.
Okay. You do find what appears to be another trigger for another pit, and as you kind of you can smell. It smells like there's acid deep underneath. So it seems like this is another trapped area where if it goes down, you would fall into a pit of acid.
I
now
tell the others that.
Okay, so you kind of mark it with like a little stone. You draw like a circle around the thing.
With
to
some of
avoid.
my casting chalk.
Yeah, there you go. So like, avoid that, and you begin to go around. You reach the chest.
Can I check it for traps?
You can
Wearing my
investigation.
glasses?
You want me to use my chain?
Does it give you a +2 investigation?
I think so.
That's
you have
fucking cool.
advantage on
That's cool.
intelligence/investigation checks.
There you go. So you have advantage.
I'm definitely gonna use that. So it'd be 10 or 9. Ooh, 10.
So 10. So doesn't seem to.
Chain it, Glen.
I'm gonna keep the chain like wrapped around my arm. I'm just gonna hit down on it.
So you walk right up to it because it might be trapped, and you're like, "Who the fuck cares?" And you punch it, and when you punch it, you hear "king," and you look, and like 3 darts go into your neck, and you're like, "Grr."
I'm gonna start singing poetry as I go down.
Oh, Karen. And now
It's trapped.
you're pretty sick. You have 5 hit points again. So you get he falls over like like he's clearly poisoned.
I want to open the box.
You go right past him and you open up the box is like
3 more
wrecked.
darts.
And you find what appears to be a small ring sitting in there. The ring has sort of a clear sort of milky gray kind of gem on it that when you look at
Opal.
it kind of like swirls around. You can tell it's magic. Well, it's not in your hand yet, but you can tell it's magical.
I'm gonna pick it up. Glen, do you know what this is? Or is Glen dying?
Glen, you look at it. No.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Do you want to try to? Do you have identify?
Can I?
Do you have the spell identify?
No, I do not.
Then you don't know what it is.
Don't know
Why
what it is.
can't
So do I
I
keep it down?
die?
The what?
Do I like keep this face down?
We can't use it. Well, you can use it. You can use it. You just don't know what the fuck it does yet.
Mm-hmm. I want to cast minor restoration on Alex to get rid of the poison.
Okay. So.
Why
Or
can't
he
you
lays-
just let me die?
So you kind of are slowly feeling the sweet release
Lesser
of death,
restoration.
and then he places his hand on you, and you, and the poison and the damage kind of goes away, and you feel much better now, and the darts kind of come out of your neck.
Feeling better makes me feel worse.
Do you know what this is?
Oh yeah, that's the ring of mind shielding.
You don't know what that is.
we learned about it.
You
in
did
our
not learn about
College
it.
of Shadows.
No, you didn't.
Alright, well then I guess I'll tentatively put it on my opposite hand.
What is it?
Okay.
Is there any black in it?
No, it's milky white.
Stupid ring.
Like milky white gray. It's more like a gray.
The gray's kind of cool,
Okay.
but not really.
I mean, you can. Now that you're wearing it, you can read
Okay.
what it does if you want, because that's what it does now.
Gotcha.
Because I don't
Go
fucking
forward.
remember what it does, but it's fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bethany, these boys are looking around in chests and shit. They don't know what they. You have the long hallway that you just came from, and now there's like a left turn that you can make if you start going back, and that's somewhere you haven't been yet.
Yeah. All right.
Why
Let's
don't you
go.
just like fly around?
Yeah. Maybe I'm getting to that. And I'm
That's
gonna
pretty-
start flying around down the left.
Okay. So you guys start going down the left. It turns again to the left. Nowhere else to go. Continue.
Why does she lead the way? Since like you know.
It turns now again
She
to the
can't
left.
get
Do you
killed.
Continue.
Yeah.
Are we following her? Or is
Yeah.
she
Yes.
just fucking off? Okay.
As you start, you reach another end, and it turns again to the left, but there is a large wooden door down there.
Hey Bethany, I have a question.
That's Princess Bethany.
Princess Bethany, how did death feel?
It was awful. And now I'm in this awful, stupid place.
Yeah, it's pretty dark and deep. Thanks for that.
I want to go to the door.
Okay, so you reach the
Thanks.
door, and above it is this big kind of metallic sign that says library, and it looks like a little skew and old.
I think that's the library.
That's a good observation.
Thanks for that.
I wish I had more of these because I would put them here, so it's a very small library right now.
They only have 2 shelves.
Stop it! They have many shelves.
This library.
But the kit I
sucks.
have only has 2 shelves. So
Bad
imagine lots of
Bad
shelves.
library.
Look, here's another shelf. You give me another
That's a
wall,
wall.
and there'll
That's a
be another
wall.
shelf.
That's a
Stop
wall.
it!
I
You're
once
hurting
read
my
the
feelings.
documentary on My Chemical
This door is
Romance.
another shelf.
That's a door.
Stop it!
It's a
So you
door and a wall.
you see library. Do you enter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Books are boring, unless it's about death.
You enter the library. As you open it, again the same cold stone floor. You see that the
Gregory.
room rises. There's like a second floor with more books. There's shelves and shelves of these old dusty tomes. Cobwebs stretch from one side to the other. But it's well lit in here. There are torches on the chandeliers, and it lights the entire area. And as you walk in, you kind of notice that the floor, it looks like someone had begun to clean it. And has started to organize and take care of them. On the lower level, some of the cobwebs are cleared off of the books. And as you go past some of the bookcases, you find what appears to be several people. Well, he's dead, I can get rid of him. Several female Shadar Kai, all in the kind of black armor, like what he's wearing, but like tighter and like leather.
That's
And they're all pretty
nice.
high, but they're also all wearing like spectacles, have their hair back in tight buns, and are sitting there
This is
going
like a wet dream.
going over books and things.
You just said you hate books.
I
And
do.
all of them,
I have a question for you.
Sorry.
all of them seem to be. You know what a tiefling is? Like what Oestre is?
Yeah.
But the same coloration as him. So a bunch of sort of pale white tieflings. They look as though they've they are of his same sort of ilk, this Shadar Kai race, but they are tieflings. And as they all sit there, Paul provokes their leader, clearly the leader, as she is sitting there talking to the other ones. She sort of looks up, and you see that her, everything is like I said before, tight, clean, neat, and orderly. But on her hands, she has these gauntlets made of bone, and it looks like some kind of great beast's skull on two halves. And she sort of stops and looks up at you. Can I help you?
We're looking for various things.
Shh. What are you looking for?
Various things.
Like what?
The way out of here.
You are very loud. You want the way out of the entire keep.
Yeah, this castle can take me home. Take me home.
Oh, you want a way out of the Shadowfell. While there are many ways to get out of the Shadowfell, the knowledge is here. Have you found a rift yet? No, I assume. So you believe that the castle can take you out? I believe it can, actually.
Show me.
I don't know. I need to take control of the throne room, which is what we want. But maybe it's what I used to want. And she kind of looks around and she goes, do you know that this place has such vast knowledge that's been lost? Old knowledge.
Where's Karen?
Shh. She's in the throne room with Big
That
Richard.
was not.
What an awesome guy, right, Big Richard? Really, everybody loves him. She's in the throne room with him. Now, you wouldn't happen to be trying to get to the throne room, would you?
I think we are.
Well, to get to the throne room, we're going to need my key.
Can we have your key?
You're going to need to prove yourself worthy.
What about a joke?
Can I
Nope.
face through her and just take the key?
You face, go ahead. She gets to roll dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
She rolled an 8. You are able to phase through her and take one item. She has on her a book. She has on her gauntlets that she's wearing on her hands. She has on her this badass fucking hunting knife. And she has on her about like 3 grenades on a belt, but she does not have a key. She also, like, as she's standing there, even though she's all like, and her glasses, even though she's all prim and properly, she looks like scarred and like she's a battle warrior or something. But here she is.
I'm gonna take the book, and then once I get the book, I'm gonna start ripping pages out until I find this key.
No, what are you doing? And she goes and she grabs the book. Listen, if you want the key, then you're going to have to answer a few questions first.
No, give me the key.
You could tear this whole library apart and you'll never find the key if you don't do what I say. You can rant and rave and tear this place down, but you will be stuck here.
Or I could scream and he could put you in a box.
You are a banshee, correct? So you could scream to kill me, and then what? You'll never get out of the library. You've seen how this place is, I assume, correct? Then you know that you can't get out.
She's
without some help.
assuming.
I've been here for quite a while. I know where the key is, and I will give it to you. Under the right circumstances.
Let's just answer the question.
Answer my questions, prove that your knowledge is worthy, and I shall give you the key.
Let's try it.
Okay. There are...
How many tieflings are with her?
Probably about...
2 others.
Oh,
Bad
one's
game.
dead.
Bad game.
Bad game.
Love it.
Bad game.
Just 4.
Yeah.
But they all seem... Like I said, upon closer inspection, they all seem like they are battle-hardened. But they are just sort of hot librarians.
Evan, did you make this up?
Yes. That's what their clan is called.
Oh.
There's a bunch of different sections of the house controlled by certain clans. Now, I am Gertrude. I am the leader of the Hot Librarians. We are here to ensure that knowledge is upholded with respect. Stop it. With respect.
Good librarians. We read good.
She's a fucking warrior. With respect and dignity. Now, if you can prove that you are a knowledgeable sword, then I shall give you the key and wish you the best of luck. There are 4 questions I will ask you. Each of them are pretty tricky. You can choose the topic. I will give you a description. You must tell me what this thing is that I'm describing. Understand?
Sure.
Your four topics are this: other planes, aberrations,
What are we buying now? What
Jeopardy,
is
the Fae,
You're in your prime
or
right now.
the gods. But it's all D&D knowledge.
Let's do the Fae.
The Fae. And she kind of smiles. And she looks to one of the other ones and they check a book. They nod and he goes, This is an obscure one. A very obscure creature. You must tell me who it is. A young jackalope who found himself wanted by the High Court of the
Vondas.
for... And she checks him. That was unexpected. Perhaps you're more worthy than we thought. Next question, then.
We could have traveled.
The gods, aberrations, or the other planes?
Gods.
Gods.
Air stride.
This this terrifying four-legged beast bit off the hand of the god Tyr, and was locked away by the god Odin for his ferocious nature. Do not Google it.
What's
This four-legged beast.
It's the
what did you-
fucking three-headed dog, isn't it?
Do you mean Cerberus?
Yes.
No,
No.
incorrect.
The Hydra?
No, now you're just guessing.
It is. Yeah,
Do-
no, I was.
who's the
He was locked away.
Grendel?
Locked away by the god Odin, and it was a four-legged beast.
A lion.
Nope.
Grendel.
The Grendel, though a terrifying creature, was in Beowulf,
Beowulf.
and was
Same
not
mythology.
Nope, incorrect. You have failed one question, but succeeded in one, a very difficult one. You have 2 questions left.
Well, what's the
Aberration-
answer?
The answer?
Isn't
I suggest you look it up and learn.
Read
Yeah.
a dictionary.
You now have aberrations or the other. It's Fenris. Aberrations or the other planes.
No, me either.
Fenris the wolf, like
Oh,
the most
Fenris.
famous wolf. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aberrations or the other
all
planes.
of us are
Other
weird
planes.
Other
Viking
planes.
men.
The only city that exists within the elemental plane of fire. It is known to be inhabited by creatures willing to trade with planar travelers.
City of Brass?
Yes, actually. Did you actually know that?
Yeah.
I was gonna say dis, but I think that's critical.
That's
Role.
hell. That's hell.
Oh, okay.
That's in the layers of hell. That was gonna be one of the ones I was gonna ask, was the city of Dis, but I thought that was easier to guess than the city of Brass. Okay.
My
Not
character
bad.
doesn't know any of this stuff, so
I know. Last
So
question.
just the wolf is named Fenris?
yeah.
Yeah. Fenrir.
I think you're really upset about
Fenrir, I
this.
think. Fenris is from
Not
fucking
Fenrir.
Dragon Age. It's Fenrir.
So you got it wrong.
No, I know who it is.
Bad game.
Oh,
What did
boy!
question?
I did a lot of work! Aberrations. A large, many-eyed creature. Their cruelty is as legendary as their madness.
Beholder.
And they have... What?
The Beholder.
Yes.
3 for 4.
Well,
That's the 75%.
not bad. Not bad. And the other librarians...
You don't get the key because you didn't get all 4.
That's exactly correct. But I will offer a trade.
My body for the key.
No, hey, no.
His
no.
body
all
for
of
the
them,
key.
all of them. No. Maybe if he was Big Richard, I would. Yeah, maybe. You know he has the most beautiful singing voice. They all start laughing. Ladies,
Hot
you
librarians.
must give to the library knowledge that it does not have.
Can you take my pain away?
What do you mean the pain?
In my soul.
In what way? How would you offer that in a way to the library?
I could just cry a lot. You can soak
That can't
it
be
all up.
recorded. It needs to be something that we can put down in books.
My poetry.
You have poetry?
I have this entire journal comprised of nothing but things that come straight from my soul.
All right, read one.
Don't memorize all my poems.
That's okay. They're all at attention. These hot fucking librarians are now all kind of already unimpressed with you and ready to hear one of your poems.
Karen.
A couple of them roll their eyes, but the Gertrude pays attention.
Why, Karen? Why? I just want to cry. My tears have dried up. Now, I just want to die.
And she looks, and the other ones are like staring. She goes, "That. Let me say it this way. That was, without a doubt, in my life, and I live in the Shadowfell, the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It is the worst poem on the face of this planet. I believe everyone in this room is now stupider, having heard it.
So where's the key?
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. However, never have I heard or read something that terrible. If you will give me some of your poems, and allow me to, after this business with the castle is done, record the rest of them into a tome, then we could have the worst poems of all time. We have all kinds of
I
poems
don't
here.
know if she's mocking me.
No, I'm not. We have poetry. We have poetry from the greatest poets within this
You
library.
need to have a spectrum to.
But we do not. None of them are awful like that. We should have a book of the world's worst poetry, and I
Is
believe.
that what you would name it?
Yes, I would name it exactly what it is. Glen, you may contain something that no one's ever seen before. No one should see it, but it's still there, and it's knowledge, and it's important. Will you give me one of your poems, and then when you're done with the castle, bring me the rest, and I will give you the key.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let
And the rest of them.
Let me rip this page from the book, like the love of my Karen from my heart.
That's good. Yeah, write that down. That's excellent. That's excellent. She takes it. She's like, "Oh my God, it's even terrible to look at." And they give them that, and they don't want to touch it, and they put it, and it's like, "Who wants to copy it down?" Oh no, maybe we'll just glue it. I'm like, well,
Thanks, Glenn.
thank you. And she,
Turns to ash.
no, she nods to one of the other tieflings who looks up, and you see it, and the key. She grabs it, hands it to Gertrude, and Gertrude hands it to you. And it is another kind of hooked, twisted piece of metal that looks like it has weird notches on it. You have gotten the key from the library. Now then, now that business is done, I would assume that you would be heading towards the kitchen. Usually it's the closest around here, but things shift and change in this place.
So to get to the throne room, we only need the key you gave us?
No, you're going to need the key from the kitchen and the dungeon, and the foyer boys.
Gotcha.
The
So we need two more from here. Kitchen and dungeon.
You've already obtained the key from the foyer boys?
They were dealt with.
Then the only ones that you need to deal with is the Cool Kitchen Club.
The Breakfast Club?
The Cool Kitchen Club is what
There's
it's
a
called.
character in the Breakfast Club that I feel
There
like
is a pretty
we were the
powerful
same
there's a
person.
pretty powerful wizard who runs the Cool Kitchen Club, and he's a super dick. So beware of him.
Beware the wizard.
But aside from the Cool Kitchen Club, there is probably the most challenging key to get is going to be from the Dungeon of Dread.
Ooh, sounds nice.
It now resides. Yes, well,
Who is
Drid.
Drid?
Drid was one of our
I thought they
companions.
said Dread.
She was an excellent rogue, an excellent assassin, but she has lost her mind. I think the only reason we are all mildly sane is because we have all this knowledge here around us. Drid had nothing, was exploring the dungeons, and now it is a death trap.
She sounds awesome.
What
She
about
is
Karen?
Karen.
Good, yes, keep that going, because that helps us out. So, the kitchen, usually, if you were to leave here, it should be your first left, and then the last right. But, again, things may change. But a few times it has been that.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. We turn to leave.
May the force be with you.
May the castle find you worthy, as you kind of gets a little chill
We
as
should
you...
tie a
then.
rope to this library and walk away.
So you follow it
You
back.
want it?
No, I don't know what that would do. Bring
You-
us back here.
You now see what wasn't there before. You see the left that she was talking about.
Start following it.
You follow
Be
the
wary
left.
for traps.
There is another left that you can take, or you can keep going down to the last right, like she said.
Last right.
Okay. You come across a large wooden door that says kitchen.
I
And
think that's
on the door,
kitchen.
carved on the door, is the symbol of the Cool Kitchen Club, which is just, I mean, they spell it, cool
Oh my
kitchen
God.
club. So it's just 3 solid K's sitting there on the
No,
door.
C.
Nope, they spelled it. They wanted to make it match kitchen.
The bad wizard is
And
the
the-
head of it. So
and there's
Like,
a real-
club is C too. So
Yeah,
it's
why-
CKC.
Yeah,
Why-
but I didn't make it that way.
Why
should
is
be
it kitchen
CCC.
with a C? Kitchen with a C.
It's not. I don't know what to tell
Alright, I
you.
want to kick open the door. Grand wizard!
It says Cool KOOL Kitchen Club. With
So we're looking for a grand wizard behind this door, marked with 3 distinct letters.
Let's check the fucker out.
Okay.
Why do I have a feeling I know what this wizard's gonna be like?
As you enter the kitchen, you see that the
Like-
walls are made of flat tiled stone. There are several counters of black marble topped with dishes and pots and pans, all soiled with old food. There are several gas ovens along one wall and a large brick oven in the corner that is lit like a fireplace. There is a large freezer on the far end of the kitchen, and all around you notice plates, pots, knives, forks, bowls, and all other kitchen items begin to float.
It's just in the air.
Do you go further into the kitchen?
Glenn, go in.
Fine, if I die,
Glenn,
don't revive me this time.
as you start walking in, one of the pots goes BANG! And hits you in the face, and you're like, oh, what?
Still hurts less than my love for Karen.
And another plate just kind of hits you in the back of the head. Do you just keep walking?
I'm starting to feel lightheaded.
As you start walking, a knife goes into his back, and you're like, ooh, take 3 points of piercing damage. Actually, wait, hold on. Wait, I think isn't a knife like a 1d6? Take 3 points of piercing damage, yeah. So you what? What are you laughing at? It goes, and you're like, as you walk, and you get to the center of the room, and you hear what sounds like people talking, and you're like, all right, now. And suddenly you hear a clap, and definitely you can tell that a spell was just dropped.
Okay.
And all the pots and pans are still floating, but it seems that whatever this spell was brought all of these people from being invisible out of being invisible. And now there are a bunch of what appears to be ghosts coming after you. They are
No
draped.
words.
They're not like invisible like she is. They're draped in these tablecloths with their hands up and all over their heads too. They're wearing little hoods made of tablecloths, and they're all going, ooh!
Ah!
They all start surrounding you and trying to scare you.
I'm
Are you-
frightened.
Alright, it's working!
I want to cast Insect Plague from the doorway.
What does it do again?
It is 20-foot sphere centered at a point with just a swarm of bees, and then gonna take 4d10 piercing damage on a failed Constitution 17.
I got a 13.
Oh boy! So they're
The
gonna
Grand
take-
Wizard got an 18. I mean the Wizard. Not the Grand Wizard, because that's literally what they're called.
So they take 25 damage. And it's
Well, I didn't expect you to attack them so quickly. So as you do, as they're like, ooh, ooh, and Glen starts to be frightened, and they're like, it's working, and you go, and just, bees and horrible insects start attacking them. A lot of them are just, they take the tablecloths off. They're not ghosts, they're Shadow Kai, and they're like, they're trying to whip bugs off. Some of them are falling down. You see them rolling on the ground, being eaten alive. Some of them, the bugs are crawling into their eyes, and so you see one on the ground, and you see a bunch of bugs come out of his mouth, and it's just making a shit show until you hear, enough! and with a spell of Dispel Magic, your spell is destroyed. I don't know if that's how Dispel Magic works. I'm just making it a wizard duel.
Mm-hmm.
So he... And you see, coming out from around, like, one of the counters, like, kind of hidden, is a big, fat wizard. Just big,
I want to pick
fucking-
up a pot or a pan or something that's on the floor, and I want to throw it at him, and I want to tell him that he's in timeout.
I want to disguise us all as orcs.
Okay. Okay.
Wait,
So,
what?
one thing at a time. Hold on. First, let me put down the wizard in the first place. Are we fighting the wizard? Give me your thing. If we're actually doing real combat here, this is you.
This
And
guy's
this is
is all
you.
as orcs.
This is your little guy. And I gave you a little like white-haired child.
Why not just use my character?
'Cause it's
No,
not you.
stop it. It's not you. So you guys are there across this long, like, kitchen table adorned with plates and things. You see the big, fat wizard approach, and you do what?
I pick up one of the things that they were holding, a plate, a fork, I don't care, and I throw it at him, and I say, "No, you're in timeout."
Oh, no, you're in timeout. Okay, what does it do?
I intimidate him into skipping their next turn on a DC 15 Wisdom save. So he has to skip his turn whenever it comes up.
Okay. So he comes out and goes, "Well, looks like you... Ah! Alright. And he's like, "Whoa! What are you doing?"
I'm gonna start crying, which gives them disadvantage to attack rolls and gives us advantage.
What the fuck?
Confuse your enemies, disadvantage it has against you and your allies. We don't have advantage.
You see his hand start sparkling with arcane energy, and then as Glen kind of looks at him, just and just starts crying. He's like, "What? So he now will have disadvantage the next time he attacks, and he needs to skip his turn. So he's not going to do anything when he walks out because you just kind of scared the shit out of him, and now he's crying and confusing him.
We need the key to the throne room.
Well, the key is mine. Yes.
Where do you keep it?
I'll never tell. But you're gonna have to win it off me.
Is it on your person?
No.
I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Is that a flamethrower? You just. Oh, what are you rolling? What do I
Dexterity
roll?
17.
I have to roll dexterity saving
Yeah.
throw. 17.
Yep.
We're high level now. Did he get it?
Yeah. Hold on. He got a 4 for your thing too. So.
I guess you talked up your dice too much.
Dude. They work for me. I'm bouncing them off the sketchbook. That's why it's not working. Or off my notebook.
He takes 27 damage.
Okay. Let me. So as you. As you slam him with fire, he's like, "Oh, God. Oh, you think that's funny, do you?"
A little bit.
Alright. So, now I'm going to, at disadvantage, but I don't know if that really works.
Well, doesn't
when it
he
comes
skip
to
this turn?
Spells.
Yeah.
He skips the turn when he came out. He was going to
Okay,
do
okay.
something to all of you right
Okay.
then. You stopped him.
Cool.
Oh my god.
What?
So you're back.
With my neck. The fucking cool kitchen club. Just gotta softball that one in.
Fucking stupid shit that I was like, okay, so
They all got just objectively worse as people for Act 2.
I want you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
All of you are going to roll dexterity saving throws. As you see him launch a fireball from his hands.
19.
Oh,
Plus 2.
Ooh, that's not good. 6.
6, okay. Alex, roll a dexterity saving throw.
19 plus 3. 22.
Okay. Where are the d6s? I need 4 more d6s. What did you get total?
22.
Okay.
We need to take him out fast.
So what did I miss while I was crying?
We presume that he has the key on him, but
No,
try to play
yeah,
cool.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm just gonna have to
Yeah, answering in character.
do my thing.
There's a lot of dice.
I can do my thing, but you guys will go down too.
It's okay, I'd rather die. This is a good going to sleep music.
Yeah, that's what I figured for the Shadowfell. You take 20 fire damage
Do you
as
like
he
combat
launches a
music?
what?
Go ahead.
Do I have what? As he launches a fireball
soup.
from his hands. And he launches a fireball from his hands as you guys are able to get out of the way. Oestre kind of boom takes a big hit from it. So
You
you
said
take
22?
I think just 20 damage.
Can I whip him to restrain him with my chain
you-
of sorrow?
Wait.
Sure. What's the move?
Restrain with inner pain. The chain's whip end splits into 3 identical pieces, allowing you to restrain up to 3 targets who fail DC 14 save, or use all 3 pieces on 1 target to restrain automatically. Targets restrained take 2d6 necrotic damage.
So you boom, and he, as you see the massive chain kind of magically splits into 3 horrible pieces that kind of animate themselves and wrap him up in the best way, and he is now
In the best way.
tied up. Stop it.
Face down, ass up.
Roll, what is it? 2d6 they take.
2d6.
Roll 2d6. Roll 2d6.
So now you can do whatever you want to him.
Stop trying to have sex with my wizard.
I'm not trying to do anything like that with him.
molest my wizard.
A 6 and a 3, a 9.
Okay. Okay. So he, as he hits the ground, and he is now all tied up and a little bit more hurt.
He must be tied up at the moment.
Glenn, give me that gun. I want to finish the wizard.
Oh, can I do me first?
Do you have the key on your person, and are you willing to give it up?
I'll never give it up.
I want to shoot him right in the temple.
You're not. Okay, so.
But wait.
So, I guess I won't make you roll for that. So he goes, I'm never gonna. As you see, pow! The blood fucking shatter. As this kind of nice guy that you guys met earlier, it seems pretty heartless. As he just walks up, you gonna give me the key? No. And now, the dead body
Check
of
his
this
body.
fat fucking with. So, as all the other people in this, all of his other people, kind of emaciated. He is not. So you check his blubberous self. Kind of check.
There's only one place we didn't check.
And you and you see poking out of his belly button as a little.
Lord.
And it,
Does it smell?
yeah, is the other key from.
Run it under the tap for a few seconds.
Running under a cool tap.
Margaret.
So you kind of wash it off. The stink sort of comes off.
Stick will never come off.
And you now have another.
Does he have any wands or rings on him?
He does not actually. He only has his wizard robes. He does not have any cool items.
All right.
Does he have a chef's hat?
Yes.
You want it? Or...
I don't want
I'm gonna wear the chef hat.
Okay. It's on your hat of
Slightly
disguise.
Yes.
pointed.
You are now wearing 2 hats.
Awesome.
It's not slightly pointed. It's not.
It's like an ice cream cone because they're.
Amanda's
bakers.
bad. Amanda's nasty. No, if you guys had talked to him, you would have found that he hates salads, and he found salads to be inferior to all other food. He thinks only meat should be allowed to be
I
eaten.
still feel like there's an undertone to
But you
this.
guys didn't talk to him. You infested his people with insects and then killed him in like 30 seconds. as the cool kitchen glove should be. So,
Okay.
where to now? There is a doorway across.
Let's check that out.
Okay. So as you make your way across, you open the doorway. It leads to a long hallway. I have this whole maze, and I'm just kind of following with my pencil. There's a long hallway that leads to a wooden doorway and a turn off to the right.
To the right.
I haven't ever been here before. To the right?
To,
Have you been here before?
you know, I kind of know my ways around here.
Do you?
I do.
Can you bring us to where we need to be then?
Nobody asked me.
You're right.
We're gonna take the left.
Okay, there's only right and straight. He turns. Oh shit, man. No.
There was a left here before.
Okay.
So we're gonna go straight.
Okay, you go through the doorway.
Yeah.
You go through the doorway. It leads you out to another hallway. It only goes left. You follow it. It only goes left again. You follow it. Now you reached sort of a split, right or to the left.
Well, we need to be in the dungeon, right? That's the last one. Dungeon.
Yeah.
So we need to go down somewhere. There
So
were stairwells.
Easy. The librarians are back there. We had a mission to do, okay?
Keep going right.
Right? Okay. Right, you go all the way up. There's another fork, right or left.
Say right.
Right? You follow it, only goes left, so you continue to follow. You reach a door that says library.
Okay. Which I'm standing in front of the library.
Yes.
I might have made the wrong decision back there.
So then, if I'm looking at the library door
Yes.
with the wall, if I go down that way, is there a left?
No, there's only a hallway leading back where you came.
So it's not even.
No,
Gotcha.
it's basically a dead end, unless you want to ask the librarians.
I want to open the door.
They're all sitting there reading. Yes?
We killed the chef. Where's the dungeon?
You... Hold on.
Who's very rude.
Hold on. You killed Burple?
Yes.
The Great Wizard?
Purple?
Burple, yes.
You know why they call him Burple?
That was his name. That's the name of the people from the Jagged Coast. That's usually
They don't like anyone.
They have a different kind of name.
other
You're
than-
being very offensive right now.
They don't like
Glenn.
anyone other than people from the Jagged Coast. They attacked us.
Must be something the house did to them.
We need the dungeon.
Well, if you're going to the dungeon, then that's like the other side of the mansion, the other side of the castle.
Okay.
I knew that.
One of us could lead you there, if you want.
It'd be appreciated.
All right. She kind of nods in one of the other librarians. She stands up, brushes herself off. She has like a short skirt on because they're all wearing like hot clothes, and she picks up some books. Follow me, click, 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 and starts walking with her click-clack high heels.
Her horse feet.
I was gonna say, does she have hooves?
Oh yeah, they have little clip-clappy feet. So she starts walking with little clip-clappy feet, with her little tail like. Do you follow her?
Yes.
Okay. You lead back through the kitchen.
Anticlimactic how we killed the chef.
You go back through the kitchen. Instead of going through that wooden door, she goes, this door just leads back. There's two doors that are connected. They actually transport you to other ends. If you open the door without an idea of where you're trying to go, like, I don't want to go through the door. And she opens it and it's a solid wall. If you want to go through the door and are trying to get somewhere, it'll take you somewhere. She then starts walking.
Well,
and she
take me to
reaches-
Karen.
No, Glenn, stop being a bitch. She starts walking. She goes, this is a trap. It's an acid trap. And she kind of walks around it. Click, 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 and continues.
I want to put my foot on it, but not press down, and just be like, oh, if only I could.
Yeah. Like, it'd be so easy.
It'd be so easy.
It'd be so easy.
But no one's watching, and that's really what I care about, is if someone
true.
sees me.
The chain pulls you, and you continue walking. She leads you down to you find a smoldering pile of ashes with a sword and a shield. She leads you back up to where you see the body of a man where just carving like hallways and stuff on him. But there seems to be no sign of the other man who is here. You follow her all the way back to, remember that first wooden door that you walked through that led to a staircase going down?
Yeah.
She brings you to that staircase and says, that's the Dungeon of Dread, but no one has come down there and come back up.
Okay, so after we kill whatever's down there, how do we get to the throne room?
After you get to the throne room, well, after you have all the keys, you'll probably be able to find the throne room.
Okay.
Or rather, the throne room will most likely find you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you need help getting back?
You're gonna need help. And she starts walking, and then she explodes. No, I'm just kidding.
Steps on
She gets killed by a trap. So she just starts walking, and
You want me to go down there?
Go for it.
Okay. I want to start walking down the steps.
All right. You ready? All right.
Whoa.
The fuck?
Wow. It's crazy down here, guys.
This is the dungeon. So this is the dungeon of the Dusk Keep.
As you descend the stairs into the dungeon of the Dusk Keep, now known as the Dungeon of Dread territory, you are overwhelmed with the smell of decay and burnt flesh. The stairs end on the same stone slab floor that makes up the rest of the castle, but here you can see stains of dried blood smeared across the gray stone. You see before you a pitch-black hall with one light at the far end, like candlelight. You can all see, but it's colorless. But you can all make out that light at the end. As you make your way down the hall, I want you to roll an investigation.
Just Jeff?
Actually, no, just perception, because you're not actually looking for anything in particular. So just...
Everybody?
Yeah.
21.
15.
So as you're kind of walking, you don't give a shit. You're walking and you're like, and Oestre grabs your leg as you were just about to step on a tripwire.
Oh.
And he kind of moves your leg back. And,
Why couldn't you just let me?
You all, I mean, you can step on it if you want.
No.
Okay, you
It's
all make it
gone.
past. You all make it past the tripwire. At the end of the hall, you find a lone candle on a table illuminating a closed book that resembles a journal. A small paper note next to the book says, "Pick me up."
You think we should do it?
Go ahead and pick it up.
Pick it up.
What are you picking up?
The note that says
The
pick
book?
me up.
Are you picking up the note?
Yeah.
Okay. You pick up the note, just like paper, it's like a sticky note, and you flip it over, and on the other side it says,
Don't pick me up.
"Well done."
The book, not the paper, dipshit.
It says, "Well done. Cut the wire under the table to see my score." Sure enough, you look under the table, and there is a wire that's connected to the book. And it leads to a little apparatus that seems to have, like, spring-loaded, homemade, like, shanks.
So close.
That looks like if you were to
Pull the
pick
book.
up the book, it would have shot it like your guts.
Huh.
Can I redo this?
I want to cut the trap.
And it kind of lets loose, as it didn't pull it back and then release it. You cut the wire, and you are now able to open the journal. Do you do so?
Sure.
It is heavily stained with blood, and much of the script is illegible. But from what you gather, it was a journal belonging to someone named Kathy Dridd. Glen, you know her to be an excellent assassin and rogue. That's who they were talking about. Kathy Dridd. Oh shit, I know her. The initial entries are somewhat mundane, day-to-day activities, and illegible. Then, as you flip through, there's talk about the castle. Illegible. Then something about being worthy. More illegible, as it's soaked in blood. Then what appears to be a long list of about 20 names, all crossed off. Glen, you recognize some of the names as... What did you just send?
Ignore it.
Is that something about cookies?
No, it's food. Ignore it.
Okay. Why?
Ignore me.
You recognize some of the names of some of the adventuring party. Hey! Some of the adventuring party that came here. Including Kathy Dridd's husband, Derndis. So all of these names that are crossed off, her husband's name is on there.
The light hurts my eyes, that's why. Candles just...
Is you falling asleep?
No, I'm not. I wasn't actually falling
Being a
asleep.
dickhead, because the music and my droning.
No, it's my character.
Oh,
Yes.
doesn't give a shit. So...
Is he asleep or sad?
Before
Tell the
you
difference
is you're at a
anymore.
doorway that opens up to basically a massive room if you go a little bit further in.
Do you think this person's still alive?
Definitely
You can elaborate on that?
not.
Open the door.
I'll open the door.
You open the door.
Punching back.
I want to dream that Karen's on the other side of the door. Oh,
It's not a portal door.
she's not.
Huh.
Karen is on the other side of the door. What's up?
I wrote a bunch of stuff, but I guess it didn't come through.
Oh
There
shit.
it is. Either way. There it is.
There it is.
You open the door. Before you is what appears to be a large
Oh, stop.
chamber with multiple walls and pillars strangely placed in a way that makes no architectural sense. Like, you could understand if there were layouts of rooms and walls had collapsed, but that's not what it is here. It looks like walls were built and then just there for no reason. Some of them are straight, some of them are slanted. Makes no sense. You cannot see the ceiling as it is too high to see in the darkness. It almost looks like there is no ceiling. It just goes. So it goes beyond your vision, so it's like hundreds of feet up. It's just almost empty. And the room seems to go on forever. On every side, on every side into the darkness. The only things that you can't see from one end, like all the way to the other, because again, there's these random walls that obscure your vision all around.
How tall are the walls?
The walls are probably around, I'm going to say probably around 50 feet. So they're quite high.
That's a good length.
Yes.
Or should I say...
As you walk in, you see lying against one of the walls is a Shadarkai, dead, with the word worthy carved into his forehead.
Ooh.
Much like what you saw in that hallway.
So she has been coming through here, killing mofos, stabbing up worthy on the heads. She's like the, what was it, Screamers?
It was very loud.
The librarians would be very upset.
Yeah.
I want to
Arcana check the worthy.
just... That's a touch. I want to just throw a firebolt into the darkness.
Firebolt?
Yeah.
Which way?
Forward. Just like
So you kind of go
Arcing
around here.
football throw up.
Does that go all the way up to
Over the
ceiling?
wall? Or
Hell
do you
yeah.
want to move over?
Just over.
Just over the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just throw
What
as
if
far
there's
as
a
I can.
Hydra on the other side?
So you and you see it illuminates the darkness. Still no ceiling, as it goes over this 50-foot wall. Here,
Did the
other
walls
side.
touch the ceiling, or they're just... Okay.
No.
there is no
Yeah,
ceiling.
it's kind of like
Oh.
we're in like the bottom of like
That's
a
what I'm
huge
saying.
cylinder that you can't see the top.
Think
and
they're
there's
like
walls
you
in
also
front of
can't
us.
see where it ends, where this ends. It just is like a void.
Ooh.
You're kind of in like that's what I mean. There's no end
No,
walls.
no.
Yes.
I want to sprout my wings and fly 20 feet up.
That's
Okay.
killer, man.
You sprout your wings and fly up. As you fly up 20 feet,
Sure.
so this wall is still above you. The walls are 50. Do you
Do
want to fly
55
over that wall?
feet. 55 feet.
You wanna
guys
fly-
Stay here. I want to just go straight up.
You
wanna
go
play
straight
hide and
up
go seek?
and kind of land atop this wall. No.
Yeah, just leave it there.
Land atop this wall. As you kind of look around, it looks like this bizarre maze, sort of, but not really a maze. The walls don't seem to connect. And as you stand there, I want you to roll perception. Actually, no, what is your... No, because you're kind of looking around. Your perception. Roll your perception.
12.
12. As you stand there... Where's my dice? Does an 18 hit? I can't remember what your AC
Yes.
is, because I know his ACs were crazy. Okay. So... Yikes. And then...
Your folder's upside down.
What? It is. You are standing there as you feel as a nasty bolt goes right into your chest. And you're like, good fucking god! And you take 18 necrotic damage. Are you resistant to necrotic?
It might be.
I think you are, actually.
You just take 9 damage.
No, I'm the light I'm resistant to, I think.
If you bring up this,
Yes.
3.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Jeff, if you bring up this screen, it can tell you your defense.
Wait, I said 18, right?
Oh, okay. Good shit. Yeah, I am necrotic.
Hold on.
I was thinking radiant.
He is resistant to necrotic, by the way.
You are?
Yeah.
What's 18 plus 8?
26.
So it's 26 cut in half.
13.
Okay, so that would have done 26 damage to you as this black bolt arrow goes boom into your shoulder. You're like, motherfucker!
That's deep.
Holy shit, yeah.
That's
I,
deep.
See? Do I detect it now that it hit me?
You might want to hide. She's a rogue.
I want to throw a ball of light into, like, well, let me see exactly since it's going to be.
It's called Ball of Light.
Okay.
You want to play hide and seek?
Sure.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Get hunted in a maze
I
by
wanna-
the best rogue in the world.
Point
She's not the best. but
on
she's
top of the walls. Ooh, wait. So you said the shelves are 50 feet?
nasty. The walls are 50 feet, yeah. Forgot you had wings.
I want to,
It makes it a lot easier on him.
like, 60 feet ahead of us, like, as far away ahead of me, the top of his shelf, I want to cast daylight. Which is now a 60-foot ball.
60 feet?
Yeah.
Owie, my little feet! Right around here.
Which, yeah, that probably seems right.
So, fuck.
You gonna do the math, DM?
Yeah, fuck it.
I like
Big
that.
ol', yeah, big ol',
That's
you
how I
know,
like.
hey,
It's
big
like
ol'.
the sun opened up or something.
Okay.
Eh?
And as you see, you can see over here, kind of hiding behind one of the walls, you see what appears to be another Shadowfell, a female, face wrapped up, all hooded and all that shit, a rogue, with a nasty little crossbow loading it as you kind of throw the sunlight, and you can see her, like, stained with blood as she kind of looks up and nods and tucks behind the wall.
We got a rogue. Okay, guys, thanks.
I'm only 10.
That's true.
I only am sad.
You know what I expected.
Can I grapple on with my chain onto his leg so I can go for a free ride?
Do you want to let him ride you?
No.
I like
No.
bat wing.
You see,
things.
pa-chang, pa-chang, as he's trying.
I'm
Hold
gonna-
on, let me
I
ride
might
you.
come back down, but still have my wings active.
All right. How long does that last?
Does that give him an
I
advantage?
don't know.
I think it lasts for like an hour.
Does it give people who are shooting at him disadvantage if he's flying?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
When you're prone, it's harder to shoot someone when they are prone. You will get disadvantage when they are prone to shoot at them.
I think
Which
it's
is a
just a
little weird.
bonus action.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it's a time frame.
Ranged weapons
I
have
get that that's
disadvantage.
the
at a prone
rules.
target.
I just don't think.
I don't think it makes a lot of logical sense either.
I want to read a poem.
Okay, you go ahead.
Oh.
So as you land, informing them.
We have a rogue. She's in here.
Looks like you got hit.
I did.
You
You
know,
kind of pull the arrow out and it's nasty. Little
sometimes my poems can help people cope with pain, both physical and mental. I think I got something very special for you that I think it.
I can't
Pretend.
believe you actually wrote poems.
I wrote poems. Okay, this one goes a little something like this.
Karen.
I told him to write poems, and he was like, yes.
Oh, Karen. Your beauty causes me strain.
With this
How I
music.
wish you didn't ignore me. Maybe if I stay strong, I wouldn't have to inflict self-pain.
How much do I get healed?
10 health.
That's it.
And then I start crying. I start weeping a lot. I don't know if I could do multiple
Well,
actions
you
like
you
this.
you did that.
I'm crying, but it's not my move.
You heal him as you're like, and you
Single
kind of, but it's not your like,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
really puts people off. So you do this, and as you are sitting here speaking to him, I'm going to roll. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Did
How
you
do you
take
want
her
to
away?
die?
What?
You took her away?
Yes. She used hide.
Took it away. Took
So
it
now you
away
don't know where she
now.
is.
Took
She's
her
hiding.
away.
I'm gonna start running around the place and going through all the walls.
You
That's
can do
not a
that
good idea.
after she does.
What
her-
if she kidney shots you?
It'll go right through. I don't have kidneys anymore.
Oh, I wish I didn't have kidneys anymore.
So all of these are for me. She gets sneak attack.
Who does she hit?
Listen to that. That's good stuff.
I hope it's me so I can cry.
So it doesn't hurt you if it's you.
It's been
3 weeks.
since you.
John Man.
Is it 3 weeks?
I don't know.
1 week.
That's why I was
1
asking.
week.
That's a lot longer.
Wait, for what?
The song.
The song, yeah, okay.
Jeffrey. How do you want to die?
He heals you, and you're like, thank you, and you feel another bolt right, like, either in your spine or right next to it, like, that close, and you take 64 damage.
Don't worry, I have more
Necrotic damage.
Should be, is it half?
Yes.
32? Oh boy.
So 32, fuck, as
hell.
it jams into your back, and you're like, mother, like, right between your wings, almost as if she was aiming for your wing.
Well, then instead, is she up close?
You don't know where she came from. She's hidden.
She's still hidden, even though she just attacked?
She attacks and then bonus action hide again.
Rogues.
She used her bonus action. You guys, instead of fighting, decided to do stuff, so she made her move over there. Attacked, bonus action to hide.
Remember how annoying rogues are?
This is how I think this
I
makes
will
sense how
literally
I
die
played them. Like,
again.
where did that come from? Like, this is what she is. She's
Then
an
I'll just
archer
keep doing healing
from
stuff.
hiding spots.
Instead of like, I mean, I could give her disadvantage or I could heal.
You can run through all these walls though. You can just start running through walls.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, where do you go?
All around the
Oh.
world.
Statues
try to
crumble.
restrain her,
for
You didn't-
Go ahead. Choose a direction. Start going somewhere, and I will show you stuff.
Alright, I'll go this way.
You gonna go this way? 5,
My
10, 15,
immersion.
25, 30.
I said this way.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10,
You
15,
should have waited until after he was done counting.
25. You can see her. So you just saw her tucked behind the wall. You're like, ooh, this one, yeah.
I might run out.
You also see,
I'll
now that you're
restrain her.
behind this
Alright.
wall,
I want to
You
yell
see-
to everyone that I found her.
okay, you see another what looks like one of the librarians with her foot in what appears to be like a bear trap, made of like just twisted like homemade metal. Like someone made it. Her leg is in a bear trap, and it appears that her throat is slit. And it's one of like the librarians. Just right there.
Wow,
So
that's deep.
you yell to them what?
She's behind this wall.
Got Glen.
I want to bum rush her.
Okay.
With my.
So you go and meet her, and you're like, she's not here at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
Can I make an attack on her or no?
On the darkness.
Oh, she's
the
way
road.
too fucking far away. She's like behind this wall. Lest you know.
I'm gonna sing a poem for my friend then.
Okay.
Oh, we're still doing this
From all
already.
the way over here.
Oh, I also want you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That's a natural 1. No. I'm
Was
kidding. No, it's a 9. It's still too low.
A 9.
Oh, plus 3, 12.
Okay. As you're running over, you're like, whoa, and you just miss what appears to be another one of the bear traps. Like you touch it a little bit and pull your foot away, and it like snaps shut. You're like, Jesus, there's just things around here, traps.
Alright, this one's short and sweet. Karen, oh Karen. Karen. That's it.
You get 10 HP back,
Thank
please.
God.
And 10 HP to you as well.
Oh, I don't know what my health was.
I don't know either. Fuck it.
Alright, I want to... Is it my turn?
Yes, and while these two are dingle-donging around, you can hear in the darkness, almost coming from well, kind of darkness now, there's sort of light emanating, but from this chamber, you hear, I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy.
You're not
I am
worthy.
The Raven Queen would be pissed.
This keep is mine. You are nothing. Just more bodies, just a whetstone for me to sharpen my skills.
Then why don't you have all the other keys?
Because she's not worthy.
You don't need the keys. You just need bodies. You need blood. You need to be worthy. I need to feed the house. Feed the house. It needs to eat. And I am going to feed its souls.
I like her.
Your souls.
No.
Too late.
Too late. I lost mine a long time ago.
Shut up, Glen.
How do
You know
Karen.
Karen doesn't even want to come back to you, right?
You're just saying that to hurt me,
Fucking idiot.
but you don't
Do you
know
know
how
all
much.
these people?
Yes.
Most like
What was it? Her name again?
Dread.
Drid, yeah.
Drid.
Kathy Drid.
Dread was always playing hard to get. Constitution saving
I had a
throw.
husband, you fucking idiot.
Did you kill him too?
Yeah.
With her nagging.
With a bolt between the eyes.
I guess that'll do it too.
He's right over there.
Keep her talking. I want to summon my tree ant.
So,
Your treant?
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
Dread.
I didn't paint him, but
Oh,
I
okay.
have one for him.
That's exciting.
So, Dread, how long have you been over here? We should get to know each other a little better while we're still alive.
You, as he says, keep her talking, you see him raise his hand, and you see from out of the darkness just lands this massive giant knot of trees, vines.
He's wonderful.
Looks like mushrooms growing out of his fucking head. This sort of blighted,
What kind of mushrooms are those,
this
man?
sort of dirty, corrupted tree monster. Sorry for the noise. Okay, so you released your tree. And he keeps you talking. What did you ask her?
Since we're about to die, we should get to know each other a little better. I forget what I asked her.
I agree. Natural one. As you go, you get to know each other a little better, and you hear I agree, and you go, huh. And as you turn your head, you
Hair flip.
like, yeah, and you're like, as a bolt just and clangs off, and she's like,
That's very rude, Dread. You know killing me would only give me what I want.
What's her name? Kathy?
Kathy Drid, yeah.
Kathy's pretty close to Karen.
Don't even say that. Kathy was hideous. All the time. She didn't know what emotion was.
You hear that? You're ugly.
Can my tree try to push one of these walls over?
50-foot wall? Yeah, sure.
Name
Look,
him,
he's as big as the motherfucking
name
thing.
him Reagan.
So,
He's
yeah.
50
Do
foot
you have his
tall?
stats?
I don't.
No, he's not 50 feet tall. He's fucking tall, though.
Could you imagine?
50 foot.
I'd say
tree out of
he's
nowhere.
probably like 20, if not like 25 feet.
Oh, he's just...
I imagine he's
big as a
fucking...
house. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially like as tall, not as wide as a house, but fucking big.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm gonna say don't even roll for that. He as the whole wall just
Ooh. 5 more to go.
and this it kind of rumbles, and you hear after it lands, you can see like and some traps kind of get set off when he slams this whole wall down, and you can see when one of the traps goes off, sort of a door opens up, and the wall kind of starts sinking into what appears to be like light starts coming from it, and just appears to be like lava.
Keep
As
pushing.
it's like and the wall starts like half falling into this
Mhm.
pit of lava.
Okay. I want to jump onto Trian's back and make him.
Oh
walk
my
forward.
god! So there you are riding with its wings, with your wings out, as you kind of are looking around, just absolutely not fucking around with this bitch anymore. What are you two doing?
Let's jump on the tree. It's like a
No.
ride.
No.
You want Mesh to do
Scatter your
distractions?
targets. Yeah.
I want to stumble in her direction, like, straight on.
So
I
you
was
go
gonna
through
whip
the
her
wall.
from the tree.
She is no longer there. She has hidden and moved.
Okay.
Okay, so you, and as you come across, you see a couple of more dead people in this area. Some more Shadowfell. There just seems to be bodies. I'm imagining like a Dead Rising boss, where like you're just seeing all the fucking. Remember the Vietnam boss? Where they're
Yeah.
all hanging headless. Yeah. But here they're all just sort of on the ground in traps. One of them has like like a homemade sort of axe that was on a pulley, and, like jammed into his head or something. So he's just on the ground. And you're stepping on traps, but you don't do anything to them.
Is there any way I could roll to see if I could see her? Like perception or something?
You could try to roll high enough perception and beat her stealth, yeah.
Do I gain advantage if I wipe the guy liner from my eyes?
Don't.
Or
don't.
maybe my tears from perpetually...
Okay, the answer is no.
No? Okay.
You don't have advantages to this.
You could
Even
put
with
on
guy
Jeff's
liner.
glasses.
Hold on, let me see what her stealth would be.
I mean,
So, she has a...
you have to beat a 31.
You have to beat a 23
Yeah.
with
How?
perception.
I don't even have perception.
Do any of you have...
Yeah, I literally can't.
I could
Wait,
try.
did I not put it on there?
No, I don't have perception.
What would it be?
Wisdom, I think.
20.
Intelligence or wisdom? Roll one of those.
Plus 5, so I... What was it, 23?
It's 14 plus 9. So what's that?
23.
23
So I
is,
literally
is her
have to
stealth,
roll
this
like a
time.
17 or higher.
but she gets a plus 9 to her stealth rolls.
18.
You can't
Plus
just keep
5.
doing it. That's... What?
23.
You tied.
So as you're like, and you hear the reloading of a crossbow, and you're
I
like,
want to restrain
oh, okay, you hear her,
inner pain.
and you know that she's right here, and she was loading up a shot.
I have
So you
a
wanna haul
shot.
ass-
I have a shot.
haul ass and restrain.
Mhm.
Okay, so you start, wow, and you throw. What are you doing? Oh, you're restraining.
Mhm.
Okay, so you use it
All
with
3 charges on
with
her.
absolutely no resistance. The chain does what it does, and Drid is now tied up in chains, and she hits the ground. Now,
Can I jump on? Can I jump on top of her just for added frickin' grapple?
you hold on to her, and she and just is like roaring, like the mask is still on there, but it's starting to come off, and you just see her like and you see there's blood
She's a
around her
tiefling
mouth.
or a shadow kai?
She's just a Shadow Kai. She's like what looks like maybe, yeah, like him.
Can I come over and put her in timeout?
Okay.
Okay, that just makes her skip her turn, right?
Yeah, so her anytime she's gonna do something
In
next,
case
she
she
has to skip it.
It's
gets clouded.
like no, and your magical voice is just kind of.
I need to...
I start crying.
So that it was good that you were gonna do that, because as you're sitting there holding her in the chain, you do see it like a small knife is like like as you're like it's like coming out until you start and the knife kind of stops as as you're just kind of pummeling her with this and her psyche. So you arrive on your tree ant. So from her
I
vision,
really need to get a
she
name
has-
for him, but yes.
she has him on top, kind of holding her.
Big wood.
The
Hardwood.
ghost
like
looking
that.
over her, and then the giant, horrible, corrupted tree with the winged
Hardwood.
drow on top of it. And again, these are like leathery bat wings that seem to be
name's
like molting feathers.
Drid? What's her name?
Drid is her name. Dridd.
Like Judge Dredd.
Yes.
Glen, get off of her. Drid, you have the key on your person.
Her key? Can I pat her body for her key?
You gonna let her out?
No,
No,
don't.
that's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Do you have the key for the throne room that we were seeking?
Key. No, it's my husband. My husband had it.
Is he in here with us?
Yes.
She
Curve
pointed him out,
stomping
right?
tree.
What?
She pointed him out, right?
Yeah. Kind of remember where he's at. Oh, she said he's over there. You didn't see her point because she was hiding.
Very well. I want the tree to curb stop her.
You get out of the way. The tree kind
Just
of
kill me
lifts.
too.
Do you lay there? No, you kind of you're holding your chain ready to pull it off as you kind of do so. And
I mean, her head is kind of revealed too, so the chain can stay there.
oh, good. You want to keep the chain there?
Yeah.
Okay, because she was literally gonna roll to dodge that shit and start shooting at you again. So you just keep it. You're
Yeah.
gonna release it, and you're like, maybe let's put this dog down. So you keep it restrained as she's, and the foot lifts up, and she goes,
Beautiful son.
and just boom as her head kind of spatters all over the stone.
Okay, that's fine. Her
That's how she would have wanted to
The
go.
chains unravel from her body, and as she kind of falls, you see this horrid black crossbow, this like little hand crossbow.
You
just
should
kinda-
pick that up and give it to the headhunter.
Well, I'm actually proficient in crossbows.
You should pick it up and keep it yourself.
Yeah,
So that the headhunter can kill you for it.
maybe to give it to my teammate, but I want to pick this thing up.
Glenn,
Okay.
you sure know a lot.
You pick this. I don't think
I
you're
read a lot of
you're not proficient in hand crossbows.
I don't care what you say.
That means you'd suck with it. I'm pretty sure.
He's having an intense migraine right now in this dungeon, not understanding what's happening.
Is it a
Yeah,
martial
this is
weapon or
Glenn.
simple
What are
weapon?
you talking about?
It's like a ranged weapon.
Which
Martial weapons are like a hammer and shit, like random shit.
I'm
Stuff
just
for like monks.
yeah.
You're more. I gave you the firearms thing, but like technically, I don't think you're even supposed to be proficient in that. I think I just let you be proficient in it.
Okay.
Whatever. So you
I
pick
don't
up,
like how it's rolling between out of game, Glenn talking, you talking.
Well, I'm starting.
It's
to,
all just fusing into one man.
I'm starting
So
to
you
become
pick up
Glenn.
this crossbow, and as you pick it
The
up,
headhunter's gonna be just like.
you're
Glenn.
like, ooh, and you feel it's kind of like cold to the touch, and it's
cool.
it's blackish gray. Definitely made in this place, in
China.
this realm. It is of this shadow realm that you're in. It is not a good weapon. It just oozes necrotic goo.
Ew.
Not really.
Ew.
But the arrow itself has like a slight wisp of shadow that comes off of it. You can tell they're just
Ooh.
normal arrows, but when you load them into here, it's like now they have necrotic
I don't
energy.
think I had my hand crossbow since we got taken by the king.
Ooh.
So can I put it in my empty holster on my leg?
Yes.
Yes.
You... And it kind of... like the arms like fold back as it fits right in there, and you can pull it out. And
Excellent.
And it goes.
you never get in that crossbow.
I don't. No, seriously. I would rather
Do
him
you have
have
a
it.
card?
What?
Do you have a card?
Yeah. Do
Nope,
you?
I have something better.
$5?
Stop it.
A gift card to Wawa?
Let me go into the campaigns.
Don't worry about
He
it
would
right
Don't
now.
never
worry
have
about it right
Let me
now.
go
Gift
the
card for
character.
Wawa.
I like
Well,
your shirt. It's so fitting.
Well, what is the my shirt?
yeah,
it's got skulls on it.
And gray.
What is the
Dark.
objective now?
We need to find the body.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it's quick enough. By the time you find the body, it's not too hard to locate.
Quick and low.
You recognize him. You know who he is. On his forehead is carved that same.
It's like Peter Griffin sitting in the dungeon.
Did you get that? It's called look on your sheet or reload your sheet, and there should
Oh,
be
gotcha.
a new item in your inventory.
This guy over
This
here.
guy, Mr. Moneybags.
All right, so you find the this dead body, and you can see there's a knife buried in his chest. It seems like most of the other weapons that she used to kill these people, she took back, but there is a knife buried in his chest, and on his forehead is carved.
Oh.
On his. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bolt right between the eyes, and in it.
D&D has DLCs now.
Stop it. On the forehead is carved worthy. Same with all the other bodies that you found. She just carved onto their foreheads worthy, and. He's a bolt here and a knife in his chest.
I want to pat his pants.
You start patting his pants. It's bigger.
That's not what.
Bigger than
That's not where I was patting.
Yeah, and you start patting his pants, and you're like, you hear like, "Big Richard," and you're like, "Stop!" And then you keep patting his pants, and you do eventually find the key,
I found the key.
as well as
Can you give me
30
another bone
monies.
while we're at it?
Of course, I'm just full of them. I might have to do some repeats here, but
Did you pull that shit out of your back?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Can you give me a poem while
Alright.
we're at it?
this one only has one word. Karen.
Somehow.
10 more HP. You didn't get hurt at all. You're good.
I got fucked up.
Yes, you did. I was going after you.
So now, all the keys I'm holding together, do they...
Roll an intelligence check.
I put my...
It gives you intelligence?
Yeah.
Nice.
Plus
I
30
roll
HP
an advantage on anything with intelligence.
Do it? Yeah. That's fucking
back.
cool.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna need it.
I didn't know his
One.
advantage.
You dick.
Was it 2 1s?
It was
three.
a 3, it was a 8 and a
So,
7.
as of right now, you're kind of like,
Mm.
can't quite figure it out. It doesn't seem to work.
The keys?
Yeah.
Oh, I know all about the keys.
You fucking... Do you want to assist him? You can roll again with advantage. No, you can't. Well, wait.
Here, let me
keep
hold
going.
your wrists while you play with this.
So... Dutch Runner.
Dutch Runner the key.
So...
That's D&D logic right there. So now you get to roll again.
No, you don't.
Oh,
No.
yeah, okay, that's what.
Where do you go now?
Wow, the DM's broken.
Let's
just start
let's
sticking
go back
in
towards the
stuff.
door.
Let's just start sticking the key and stuff. Is that what you said?
Bodies, walls.
Buttholes.
Alright, so you go back to the door, you follow the hallway all the way back to the stairwell. Once you reach the stairwell, it's different.
We're missing a key.
Thanks, princess.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not. You got every key. You
No,
got
we didn't.
We
the
got
foyer
choir-
boys, the kitchen, the library, and the dungeon.
And the choir boys.
Did we get the key from them?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Larry? Can you imagine that?
I could
Can
just
you
turn
grab
them into
that for me?
necklaces. Grab what?
So, you now come up into a hallway that is just straight and looks to the left. It's no longer the same. Okay. You follow it around. Long hallway ends at another left. 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 You're starting to get
It's like my
fucking
Minecraft mining tunnels.
annoyed. Long hallway to a large door. Big, beautifully crafted wooden door with some steel rivets across it.
Is there a keyhole?
5.
Yes, there is.
Do you want to take a look at the keys? Or do you?
Unless you want to take a look at the
Who's
keys.
the smartest?
What would it be? Intelligence?
Yes.
I have
four.
+0 to intelligence.
Princess, see what you can do with
Yeah,
these.
let the 10-year-old figure it out.
Roll.
It's like a shape in a hole. Natural 20.
7
With
got a 7?
advantage.
total.
You put the key in backwards.
She makes a little teepee out of them.
Thank you.
Why don't you give it a try?
Can I try again since I'm here?
Yes. Roll with advantage.
That's better. 14. My god. 14.
14?
Yeah.
That'll do it. You should
So,
be able to get through a door with a 14.
As you thank you, take it, and but the way that she arranged it, you noticed a notch that you didn't notice before. And you're like, oh shit! So you kind of clip them all together, and they sort of fit together into this like wild fucking looking key. That looks like there's still a piece missing, but it does look like it'll work.
You guys are alright?
It looks like I have to kill myself before we can enter this door.
Do you want to give me one more poem, Glenn?
Of course. Hopefully this isn't copyrighted. Sorry, Mr. YouTube, you're gonna kick down my door, kill me. We're all so different, and yet so much the same. Everyone, in some way or another, will experience a kind of pain.
Was that online?
And it was written anonymously.
Was it a pain poem?
I just wrote sad poem.
So with that, 10 more health.
Let's do this.
Okay. You plug the key in that hole. You jiggle it around a little. You know, really feeling it out, and boom. Okay.
Wasn't I talking
Close
about,
up
That
in my
was
hands.
quick.
wasn't I talking about Nicole Connolly earlier?
Nicole Kidman.
Oh, sorry.
Nicole Connolly.
Who the fuck is Nicole Kidman?
I have another poem ready.
Do you still have your giant tree ant with you?
Yeah. What a motley crew we have.
That band sucks. I liked them before everyone else did.
You weren't born.
I still knew them before my
I
friends
was,
knew
though.
them. The
I was
hipster
wise
dilemma.
beyond my years. My ears.
I always hung out with the older kids.
Okay. Oh, Amanda,
Oh,
can you
this
reach
looks-
into the chest, please, the red chest,
the red chest
and pull out the box full of these things?
What about the blue chest? Boss battle.
I think there is a throne in there that I'm going to use.
The hardest throne to dethrone.
Let me get...
We don't have a camera on the boss battle.
Nope.
Oh yes, and
Well, then you don't
viewers,
have
The box with the little... the.
Who are you talking to?
we apologize once again for the
What?
haphazard
This?
setup
Yes!
because it's never reliable week to
You'll
week.
never be like Critical Role.
No, we probably won't. And we acknowledge it.
We have to stream for that.
And
And we're not.
we're
We
even
can't
another
stream.
step back because
We can never stream.
we lost a camera this week somehow. In time, we'll figure it out.
We need to be able to edit the videos for when I slip.
That never happens.
Never. 15-second time lapse.
Just
Ooh.
edit out every one of your speaking parts.
Every time my mouth opens, it's just mute.
Okay. Finally, you reach the
Karen.
throne room. Stop it.
It looks dramatic as fuck.
Well, the music's changing, guys. I think that means there's a boss battle up here.
Finally, you reach the throne room. A long hallway of massive windows and beautifully colored stained glass. The dim gray light shines onto the windows and sends rainbows of reds, blues, yellows, and greens upon the cold gray floor, as if in an attempt to bring life and joy to this joyless place.
You can say that again.
Each window portrays a man singing and raising his hands to gray figures. The figures rising, and finally all figures are in color and raising their hands as well. The rest of the chamber is almost completely bare, as to appear abandoned with the exception of the throne itself, where sits another Shadar Kai. But he is not dressed in drab black, but in beautiful colors, and next to him is a woman. Glen recognizes her immediately. It's Karen.
Karen!
Okay, alright. The woman is facing you all and tugging on the man's sleeve, but he is curiously staring out the windows. It takes him a moment, but he turns to you all. Oh. Well, hello. How did you all find your way to my throne room?
We're here for the keep. You can leave now in peace, or we'll have to get rid of you.
And you have to leave Karen for me.
Oh, Glen. It's so good to see you again. How are you?
Fuck. Screw you, big
You
dick.
can say fuck. What are you doing?
I don't know.
You can say fuck. What?
I don't know. YouTube's weird.
Why are you so hostile to me? And you see the woman put her hand on. No one is taking this keep from us. If you want us to extend to you a boon or a favor, you may in exchange for the keys that you clearly took in order to get here.
Karen, come back.
Is Karen trained in any sort of fighting?
Is Karen trained in any sort
No,
of
she's
fight?
a beautiful, delicate flower. She's too good for this world.
So she's like a level 99 mage.
Karen, I wrote another poem for you.
Glenn? Now is not the time. I'd actually really like to hear your poems. That sounds fantastic. Well, what kind of
He
poems
sounds
do you
like
write?
a really nice guy. Sounds like you should like him.
Big Dick is
Now, my
bad.
name is Big Richard. That's just a silly.
Calm
nickname
down, Big
people
Dick,
give me.
and listen to my poem. Dark days are necessary, just as important as the rest. For if we didn't have the worst, we couldn't recognize the best. God, they're so much better when I read them offline instead of the ones I wrote.
I really like that. No, they're terrible.
I wrote them for Karen.
Oh, well, that's really. Hey, that's nice. He wrote you a letter. Yeah, that's great.
So will you come back with me?
No, you
Please
fucking
shoot
idiot.
me in the head.
Listen, do you know why I left you in the first place?
For Big Dick.
No, because I literally just went to go on an adventure. I left you a note saying that we're done. You got all weird. We spent one night together, and suddenly we're in a relationship. I don't give a shit about you, Glenn. Are you kidding me? It was fun, but like, you're not even really that good. This is Big Richard, Glenn. Come on. Why would I leave a literal rock star? I do have quite a good singing voice for the man who is burdened with the chain of sorrows.
It's not a burden, it's a lifestyle.
Well, it's a terrible one, and I don't like it, and it sucks monkey balls.
I want to start crying.
I came here to... Oh, Jesus. Here we go with the crying.
I
Puts me
just
off.
want to go home.
Well, that sounds like a boon that we can give you in exchange for the keys.
Each enemy gets disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It always puts me at disadvantage when you cry.
Wait, what?
It always puts me at a disadvantage when you cry, Glenn. I hate it. Oh man, I'm sorry. Look, if you give me the keys, I can rule this castle. I can control it. It's a pretty nasty place right now.
So by sitting on that throne and owning the keys, you can rule the castle.
Well, no, I think there's a little bit more to that. I believe that the castle will show itself to me when I attain all the keys and put them together. I believe that that's what this is all for.
Oh, so you mean we're supposed to find all the keys throughout the castle?
They have a key.
I know.
The idea there was a legend surrounding the Dusk Keep that it only wants
Did you
people
give
who are
yourself one
worthy
now?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
to uphold to sit upon its throne and control it. Once you control the castle, you can manipulate it to your whim. The way that the hallways shift, the way that the stairwells move, you can change all of that. You can also escape the Shadowfell with it, if you wish, through a ritual, but you can do so. But you need to... the castle will challenge you, and you need to step up to these challenges.
We should kill this big dick.
That's why I brought my people here, but it has shattered their minds. It has done terrible things.
You have gone
And I'm
against...
trying to fix that.
You've gone against the orders of the Raven Queen by doing so.
I mean...
And
Yes.
killed all your men.
What?
They're all dead.
No. They can't... And you see Karen go, that doesn't matter now. We are going to have control of the castle, and that will give us more power to change things. I thought the Raven Queen gave her blessing for this mission. She did.
You're lying, Karen.
No, I'm not.
Look at her, she's lying.
She's lying.
And he looks to her and she goes, I would never lie to you. I cannot. No, I know that what I'm doing is right. Karen saw to that.
So have you heard directly from the Raven Queen?
Well,
You know what the writings say, right?
where's your characters?
Right there. Tossed to the side.
Oh, yeah.
Tossed to the
Stop! Your giant fucking tree. What did you say? You know what the Raven Queen was?
Yeah, you know the way of our people, and you're just gonna take Karen's word over it.
No, the Dusk Keep gives us a chance to change things. Look at what it's like outside. This place is terrible. The Shadowfell, you want to escape it. Why?
Because it's ugly.
Yes. Guess what it is?
It's really boring.
Yes, it is. Super boring.
But you're saying if I have all the keys and I sit on that throne, I can turn it into whatever I want?
I want to bring color to this world, yes.
I don't care what you want. You're not a princess.
She's got you there.
She's got you there.
Karen goes, she's got you there. I am not a... You are correct. I am not a princess, but I hope to be a king. And as king, I can make my first duty to send you to whatever plane you want.
This guy's
I want to
such an
be a
ass.
queen now. I want to run over to him and I want to put my hands through him and I want to try to get the key.
Okay, so you start... Okay, so we're just gonna do that now.
Surprise!
What was their test or thing? Did they have a test?
No, they just want the keys.
To fight them.
Uh,
They probably could have let us go and given us some more.
Karen
We want the house.
takes her hand and
that's your
backhands the shit out of you.
It goes right through me.
What's your AC?
12.
It's definitely, actually, like, just hits.
But she's a ghost.
Karen's a part of the Ghostbusters.
Boom! And it kind of shocks you and sends you back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 7 damage. But whack! Right to your face as you're like... And she kind of Don't do that again.
I just start wailing.
You wail? Okay. So you wail. Through the chamber, your wail echoes. You guys have to roll dexterity saving throws.
Is there a
13.
rate distance for this one?
You're in a giant, like, echo chamber right now. You're in a giant
That's
hallway.
true. What is it? Dexterity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She can wake
13.
you up whenever she wants.
Constitution.
You can heal however much you want.
You're fine.
14.
Okay, what did you get?
A 3.
He hits the ground.
You are resilient.
You see Big Richard go,
My
and
balls.
he hits the ground, and she, and like hits him with something as he falls, and you see her kind of, and as you're screaming like, "Wah!" with like the echoing voice, you see it, like her visage starts to shift, and you see like shadows start to appear, and she goes, "Enough!" and roars back, and it's like, and it kind of, whoa, slams through, and you see now standing before you is what appears to be this massive, fucking pissed off shadow demon. Yeah. Shadow demons aren't actually...
So she was a succubus.
They're not... If you look them up, they're like not actually super
That's what I
strong,
was
but I'm
thinking.
making this one fucking cool. So she... Just boom!
Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can also do some of the same things you do. Go through stuff. So she stands there now as a shadow demon and says, "Enough, child. Bring me the keys, or die again."
I'll walk back over.
You go whoop and walk back over.
And I'll wake up Alex.
Thank you.
What do you say?
Get up!
As I've like restarted. You
Can I run at Karen and use Feel My Sorrow?
She's not Karen anymore.
Always Karen.
feel my pain?
Feel My Sorrow.
Or feel my sorrow, is that when you whack him?
Mm.
Okay. So you run over, and so now we're starting to fight. I'll put Karen like here in the middle. So you, as he is down and dying. As you whack her with the chain, roll to hit.
Does a natural 20 hit?
Really? Holy
Damn.
shit!
This is
Really?
personal.
Alright.
Yeah, that was.
Fuck, that thing does a lot of damage. Alright, hit the mother. Okay, you did it. Her armor class isn't that great. And go ahead and roll the damage.
Well, see, since this is my special attack, it just says it does 30 necrotic damage, but if you can, and you can't use it the next turn.
Okay,
So
so
is
it
that
just
doubled?
did 60 necrotic
Holy
damage.
shit.
As you,
Damn.
so you see him get up,
Him.
like with tears
Oh.
streaming down his face.
My guy liner is completely down my
You don't
face.
bother. He doesn't bother to heal himself. He just swinging the chain, and you see her go. Glen, what are you doing? You know that you can't even hurt a. And you whip in the chain. Wow! Like grows a little bit longer and like comes down with all the shadow streaming behind it. And she just what? And she goes slamming back, and boom! Kind of gets knocked prone as you hear. And you see this like big like gash on her chest. She's like, "Motherfucker!" As, for a normal shadow demon, she'd be dead, but because I have a
I don't want to do the last kill.
Can I now cast Disintegrate?
God damn it, so big. She, I will have that key. I will have the cape. I will.
She needs a Dexterity 17.
I'll give her disadvantage
Can I
because
get
she is kind of
D6
prone
is?
and just getting up.
How many?
That was a. What was the dexterity?
17?
I just rolled a 17, but she gets disadvantage because I just said she gets disadvantage because she's kind of getting up. And a 1.
Bam!
So she's now up, her wings kind of unfurl before her, and she goes, "This cape shall never be yours! I am who is worthy!" And she is now roaring before you.
You need to all. Do you need more?
No, we're good now. 13. Okay, yep. So.
Go ahead and count it.
5,
Carefully.
Oh,
15,
man.
20, 26.
She's dead.
Yeah. 42, 46, 49. She'll take 89 damage. That's disintegrate, baby.
And as her wings unfurl, and she says, "I am who is worthy to take this keep." What do you do? You have your wings out
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
Mine are cooler.
You stretch your like bat wings, but like I said, with these black feathers sort of adorning it, almost like
Casting a poem before
almost
she
like a
dies.
bird's wing, where
If you want to.
or a bat's wing if it was covered in feathers and now molting. It seems unhealthy and strange. You stretch them out, and this just intense beam of black energy spews from your hand, striking her in the chest where Glen had struck her with the chain of sorrow. And it kind of, no, and she starts turning around and crawling for the throne. And she goes, "No, I am worthy." And you see her flesh starts to disintegrate around her. She's made of this like shadow, but it's just like you see dust starting to fall to the ground as she starts to climb up over Big Richard as he's just like, and she's trying to claw her way up to the throne and gets to the top of it, her wings open, and she's like reaches towards one of the stained glass windows behind her as she just and disintegrates into ashes and dust all onto the throne, and kind of covering the now slowly dying body of Big Richard.
Glen, Princess Bethany, either of you want to say anything to him?
I want to say something to Karen.
Well,
Karen's dead.
Karen's gone.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I no longer love you.
As a cold wind blows some of the dust off of the throne.
Huh.
As the chain kind of... And you feel... In doing that, in getting rid of this blockage in your soul and in your heart, you feel a deeper connection to the chain of sorrow. You feel like the pain that you just endured now, that's actual pain. This is true betrayal. Not someone leaving you, but someone trying to kill you to attain something. Someone using you. Huh. And the chain almost now acknowledges.
I thought I knew pain, but now I
It
know.
acknowledges
Chain.
this as a true form of pain.
Plus you get 10 XP.
You mean Big Richard? Did anybody want to say anything to Big
Yeah.
Richard? You'd have to wake him up if you wanted to say
Okay. Can I pat him down for the key?
Alright, you. And you find, sure enough, in his pocket.
Treebeard, stop. On his head that's on the...
So as you
It's like your guillotine.
search
Doesn't wanna
around,
kill someone.
you I'm just gonna bring him over here because I like the idea of it. And as you all gather around,
Your wooden guillotine.
and in his sort of dying unconscious state, he's kind of murmuring, "Water, we must bring light to this place." And it kind of shakes the chamber, and the echo throughout the chamber of the bones crunching and the blood spattering as it's just... And the treant looks to you.
Does it start soaking in his blood, turning his leaves light orange?
It probably does soak blood in through its feet and stuff.
You've done incredibly, and I want to dismiss him.
And it just crumbles into a bunch of plant matter. I like that idea.
Yeah. So I want to take the 5th or 6th piece, whatever, and plug it in. And I want to take a seat.
You go and with the key, you sit in the throne, sitting upon the dust of Karen,
And the
the
song Say
demon
10
that dared try to
starts
take
playing.
this from you.
by Marilyn Manson.
Some say God, some says. As you sit upon the throne,
Did you turn it up? I felt like a whole rumble.
That was downstairs.
that was downstairs.
That's good
As you sit
timing.
upon the throne,
That roll opens up.
you kind of look around, gripping the key, and you hear tack, tack, tack on one of the big windows. Tack, tack. And you look over, and there's that crow, tack, whacking it with his little beak.
Big beak.
Big beak.
Can I open it? Or is
Mm-hmm.
it?
Yeah, you kind of like push it in, like
Just look at him.
like it's in sections, and you kind of open it, and it with now 2 wings, sort of. One of its wings, the left where it was missing a wing, there's a wing there, but it's made of, looks like
Very
all
small.
shadowy, kind of smoky
Hmm.
materials. It and lands on the throne, and kind of flips around towards like the headboard of it, like what would be behind you, and whacks.
Your head.
To sit down?
It's whacking the throne.
Okay.
And as you approach, with key in hand, you kind of see where it's whacking, and you see that some of the dust of Karen is still there, and you kind of wipe it away, and sure enough, there's a small, appears to be a keyhole.
Oh. Plug it in.
You. When the key is turned, there is stillness. In this utter quiet, you hear a voice. I have watched you. I have witnessed your abilities. But more importantly, I have felt what you carry with you. This anger, this hate. I have felt this. I understand this. This place can aid you if you wish it. But there is still one more price to pay. For this castle to be yours, all rooms, with the exception of this one and one other of your choice, must be purged. All those residing in the rooms will be killed, their souls shattered and trapped within these walls. There are currently 150 people still alive within these walls. You may only choose one room to save.
Besides this room?
Mm-hmm. The throne room.
Trick question?
The throne room never dies, but you can choose one of the rooms to keep it as it is.
No, keep the library.
I knew you would say that.
So you choose the library. You will sacrifice 140. How many librarians were there? Like 5?
Yeah.
145 souls.
Sure.
We
Not
didn't
with
come
that.
across any other rooms, so we don't know.
Yo, yeah, there's
Yeah.
tons of people in here. You are indeed worthy. And with that, you know
You're a giant vacuum cleaner.
to sit down in the throne. And as you sit, you feel a terrible rumble from the whole castle. Some of the dust and pieces of debris kind of fall from the ceiling. And you feel a connection to it. You feel all the rooms. You feel the souls within it. You feel the library, safe in your grasp in your left hand, open palm. The rest of the keep, you feel the 145 souls of these lost travelers. All they want is to escape now, or some stricken with madness. And you feel all you need to do is close your hand. You do
I
so.
do that.
A terrible, loud, thundering blast from the castle. You open your hand. And it's almost, again, you're kind of lost in this feeling, and as you kind of open your eyes and look, and you two are looking at him, but you see something incredible, and you all kind of turn, and you see, sure enough, 145 souls standing in the chamber, standing in the throne room, all staring at you. They look very similar to you, but you're cool.
Oh, cool.
And all of them
princess.
staring You can see, whereas she still holds herself, their selves are shattered. These are broken souls, and they look to you for your command.
Oh.
And you feel sort of a connection to this place, so strong and so clear, so crystal clear. Every brick, every piece of metal, every door, you feel it, connected to it. You and this place are, in a sense, one. And you look to the windows, the stained glass, still with the images of what appears to be Big Richard. And you realize he did that. He made that like that. Drid made her dungeon that way. The librarians keep theirs clean. The kitchen, the foyer, and so on. They almost, with each key, had a sense of their area and could control it to a degree. You can control the whole thing and shape it to your will.
That's awesome.
Well, spot clean the entire place. Candles in every hallway so it's illuminated for when my company arrives. And replace this awful garish glass with something depicting a crow.
The figures bow and begin to move. And as you kind of look, give the command, they go about and they start to clean and start to gather torches and things of the like. But as you look, the windows begin to fix themselves. When it's architectural, you kind of have immediate control. And you see the glass almost liquid-like shift and change, kind of crack and then just sort of mold and move. And it's pretty incredible to behold. And you see now these effigies of these crows, and it's now, instead of the bright colors, it's this bleak black and gray. And there's one of just, like, behind you, the large circle stained glass window of just a massive crow with its wings outstretched, and behind you on the throne sits that white-eyed crow as it stares down. And you see each of the windows portrays either the crow or something of you, perhaps?
Sure.
Okay. Or you standing there, kind of, and you can change it as you
Offset the
will.
battle of the tree.
Very good. I like it. Okay. Then you, talking to goblins, the tree itself, killing Viperin, killing the elves, driving them out of their home, and feeding them to beasts. And then the battle on the other side against the Wave Dancer and all of the champions and the Apex, ending with your victory. And you look around at this new place. You also know that if you wish it, in just about an hour, you can bring it to your world. The whole castle. And you now have the spell available to you. Whoops! It's called the Dusk Keep.
That's right.
Whoops! You know where to find it, right?
I did.
Good, because I just got rid of my D&D Beyond by accident.
It's all good.
So you now have the spell, and you now all sit there. Draxia does not come for you.
Well, I'll meditate on that for a little bit, and I think if I bring it back to that world, she'll come for me, or...
She just didn't grab you. You are sitting here in this place.
Maybe she can't. What about you, Bethany? How are you gonna get... You trying to get home?
I want to get out of here.
Can I let her out? But you came up and walked in. Do you mean the Shadowfell? What would happen to a soul outside of the Shadowfell?
Oh, nothing. There's ghosts in your world, in the material plane.
Yeah, this world's boring.
What about you, Glenn?
I'm gonna end it all. But before I do, I want to give you this chain of sorrows.
Is it cursed?
The one that wields it will feel sorrow, but has its strength. You can melt it down, turn it into other stuff too. I don't know, give it to the headhunter, maybe he'll make a gun out of it.
I want to drape it over the hand of the throne and thank him. Glenn, if you want to kill yourself, you can jump out the 1,000-foot balcony. That'd be pretty sweet.
I was gonna walk.
You grab the chain, and when you grab the chain, it does not let go of your arm.
Oh,
You
looks
were-
like I
you
live
were-
another day hungry.
It keeps you from killing yourself too.
I think so.
He's stuck with it forever. He's chosen.
Well-
Well, not forever, but you were chosen to carry it.
Have you guys ever been on the what's the name for our default plane in Chronos?
Material plane. Oh, yes, material plane.
Have you ever been to the material plane?
I heard they have My Chemical Romance concerts.
They
there.
don't. They don't. They don't. Not in my world. They don't. My Chemical Romance was a band that existed, and they were eaten by cannibals.
Oh yeah. By
That's
the way,
what-
my name's not Gerard. My name's Oestre.
Why would you lie to us?
Because I don't like you. Material plane.
Do you want to bring the whole place, or do you want to try to send them to the material plane?
Let's roll those dice. Let's see what bring the whole place does. Is that permanent?
It's an hour ritual. You can do it back and forth. You can bring this keep wherever you want in an hour.
Does it stay there until you send it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to put it right outside the Laguna tree.
Okay.
Put it in.
The gnomes.
Right, yes!
Wait, we just rebuilt.
I want to put it on top of the gnome Van Mondus's village.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
You spend an hour, your eyes closed,
Just focusing on gnomes.
feeling the entirety of the castle. It takes that long for basically your consciousness to sort of grasp the entirety of this place. And you realize that it's huge. A mile on every side. Like a cube or like a circle of a mile long. This way, that way, this way, that way. And upwards and down. This place is fucking massive. And as you grasp every bit of it, you think to yourself where you want to go. And a small smile peels across. As you two watch this, a small smile peels across Esther's face. And it's almost worrying. Even for one who's dead and one who is so used to the horrors of the world, it's almost disturbing to see this man smile. And as you open your eyes, we cut to the corrupted woods, where these gnomes, you see a gnome leader, like, worrying over a desk. And there's a couple of gnomes that come in, and they're like, Sir, we've lost a few more. It's like, we need to get out of these woods. There's nothing for us here now. I don't believe the corruption is ever going to let up, and Vondus has left us. Where shall we go? I believe we can find a home somewhere. And he walks towards the window. I believe we may be able to find a new place. A place of light and hope. And as he looks out the window, you see boom, and a massive twisted spire starts ripping out from the ground. What is as from the earth itself, rips out the castle of the Dusk Keep as it tears itself up from the ground, being like birthed from the ground, as that was just how you thought it would work, so that's how it worked. And and this monstrosity pierces up through the trees and just grows out from the canopy, and you just see boom, this evil place is birthed upon the earth. And as you open your eyes, you look out the window and you see the canopy of trees below you as the throne room sits high as it should. And you see falls in you.
My friends, go to the tree. I'm probably going to be taken from here relatively soon.
He said, go to the tree. You look out the window, there is a massive fucking tree that
what's it
stands
look like?
evil.
Nah, I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go the other way.
Okay, you look out the other window and you see a beautiful country.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
You see the ocean eventually.
You see the rest of Marcellia. So you're
I
like,
forgot you're not actually a scumbag either.
No.
You're just...
she's a little piece of shit, but not evil.
Sure.
Just
Glenn, it's up to you.
You see this evil, corrupted-looking tree and this beautiful countryside.
Hopefully a direwolf kills me on the way to the tree.
You start your walk. You get out of it. You allow him to leave the castle?
Yes.
Good, because you control it. The hallways shift for you to a nice, straight way out. and you exit, and it's this nasty forest of slimy trees and horrible critters skittering across, and you see some dead gnomes on the ground. They look like they fell from a great height. And you walk off into the woods. Dragging your chain. As you drag your chain, as it drags across the ground, it kind of still is imbued with this shadowy energy. And Esther, you stand up from your throne, looking around, satisfied, I would assume, at your new gear and home. And you hear, ah! And you turn, and the crow behind you stares. Worthy. You vanish. And we can pick up from there next time.
Yeah.
Very good.
Can you wish a
That was really
100-inch flat screen television?
No. It's
Well-
only stone, metal, and wood that he can basically manipulate.
You make a TV out of stone, metal, and wood.
We can get the
There we
goblins to do a theater. That was very cool.
Here was the map to it.
Oh my god.
Was just all of this, and I kept moving you guys around. These doors, like this door, led to here and here. They were like teleporting you around the map.
That's insane.
Because it was nobody was controlling it, so it
Why
was just
don't
like
you
a nuts shit
Give
house.
us the map.
Well, thanks for watching.
See you guys.